Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? From what I understand, the time zone thing change has messed a bunch of stuff up, so it might take a bit for people to start crawling in. Bluesy, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad at all, thanks. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the message Thomas just sent, but
no, I didn't.
Yeah, the time change thing is kind of screwed things up. So,
oh, they changed times over in Europe.
They did, yeah.
So yeah, we do it next week.
Yep. So it is what it is. How did you get to the chat?
Is he going to make it?
Yeah, I think so. I think you might probably be scrambling a little bit right now, but it's all good. We can all kind of just, hold down the fort for now. I have to, I'm trying to get the link in, which YouTube loves to reject. So it just takes a few minutes of being on here, I think, and then it
No worries. No worries.
Yeah. So how's your weekend going?
It's going well, man. It's going well. How about you?
We had our first real dose of winter.
Oh, really? You had snow?
Yeah, snow. It's minus 15 degrees when I woke up this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow. Which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's bloody cold.
Gotcha. I can't see anything in the chat, so it's not that I'm ignoring you. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Sunday with the Punters. Dad, handsome devil, manning the controls in Western Canada is flipping Zippo.
Welcome, Rancher.
And we have the Rancher with us.
Hey, guys.
How are you doing?
How are you?
Good. Just kind of a cold, overcast day here in the flyover state. So my daughter's in a mood, so no tacos.
No tacos today. Oh, disappointing.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. It's the first real cool and overcast day here on the East Coast, so in New York at least. So it's real fall football weather today.
Nice.
Good day for a pot of chili.
Yes, most definitely. Pot of chili or a big plate of buffalo wings or something to warm the insides.
Maybe something to wash it down with.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have after the show. I think I'm gonna treat myself to a pumpkin beer.
Nice.
Yeah. Some good stuff.
Pumpkin beer. Pumpkin beer.
Well, it's pumpkin flavored beer.
Ugh.
It's pretty cool. It's not as bad as you think. But
that sounds like the kind of shit we used to buy in college to get the girls drunk.
Well, a lot of the micro brews, everybody has their own style of pumpkin beer. But there's a great brewery in upstate New York called Southern Tier. They were the first ones to really do it well. It's called Pum King. It's a very, very good beer.
Nice.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we're not going to have Anna something with us this week because he had some family things to come up with. So we'll try to hold down the fort without him. So without Tom's here, I guess I'll do my thing first here. Change around here. I wanted to give you guys all a hey, Thomas.
Hi guys, what are you like? I thought, blimey, the clocks have gone backwards here, and I had no idea. I was thinking you were coming on in an hour. Oh,
sorry, you're not the only one. You're not the only one, Thomas. You're not the only one.
Welcome, Thomas. Welcome, ID guy.
Hi there, Bluesy. Hi, Zippo. Hi, Rancher.
Hey guys.
Hi,
hey,
ID guy.
Nice to see you all.
Yeah. Sorry, we weren't aware. Us here in North America, we turn our clocks back next weekend.
Right,
So
right.
we weren't
don't get
aware
it,
that
hey.
you all in Europe did it this weekend.
Neither did I. It's just
Yeah.
like, I'm thinking November time, but no, apparently not. It's very strange.
James, how are you, man?
And James, welcome.
Well,
Hi,
Zippo.
James. Hi,
Welcome,
Hey
James.
guys, how you doing?
I have to ask a question before we even get started. James, was it you who gave me the phone call at 9 o'clock yesterday morning?
Would have been about
10 o'clock your
10
side.
o'clock.
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
Yeah, it was nine in the UK. I can't say I was sorry about missing the call. That's part and parcel.
That was Saturday morning. It was, yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. I need to send you a message. I need to get you privately. It'd be so good to chat to you. I know it's difficult over the weekend, but
You can, well, I'm free. I will be free. I'll be free Monday, so no problems at all.
That would be great.
Now, James, what watch is that in your avatar? Is that a Mosher?
Nope.
No, AP.
That's a code 1159 with a bit of an upgrade in a few places. Lots of places.
Yeah, it's one of five that they've created the artwork of.
Wow, that's awesome.
One of
No.
5?
When you were standing in line with the other 4 people, was one of them Duty Robson?
This is just a piece that I admire. I actually don't have. So they've actually painted it with golden paint which is over 100 years old. So it's a collection they've actually just done actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't be getting one because my budget, as we all know, has been blown for the year.
Poor you, James. Spending money on watches like you do.
Don't worry. I'm sure Rich will pick it up instead gladly.
You get this week's wah, James.
I'll have to.
Wow.
I'll have to get one made. Buy myself a swatch and paint it myself.
It's not a bad idea. Talk about creative
I know.
endeavors.
Yeah, or one of those Casio Oaks or something, and have an attempt at it.
The question now I'm asking everyone is: does N something know that we are now an hour early?
Yeah. Unfortunately, NS something's not going to make it today. He had some family things come up, and
Okay.
Neo is going to try and join us later. He has some chores to do.
Okay.
So,
Does
So does that
make
mean
Chris is our resident expert today?
Of course.
yeah, we'll try and muddle our way through again without having something here.
and Bluesy showed as the moderator is the
Yeah.
Well, Junior Johnson was saying in the chat I saw that he's the best looking guy amongst all of us. So
he is. He sure is.
I know.
The rock
Yeah,
star. I'm going to design a logo. I want to design a logo for the show, Flip and Zippo, if you'd let me. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh wow, yeah.
Some kind of really
that would be
streamlined.
awesome.
I think that would be cool to have as part of the
Yeah.
show.
Absolutely. Would be awesome.
Megan sent a really cool GIF and
Of how to actually use Zippo lighters properly.
yeah, and it's freaking awesome.
There are tutorials all over YouTube. Hey, highly recommended if you want to learn. All over the place. Really simple stuff to pick
They're
up.
everywhere.
Yeah, there's some pretty wild.
We haven't seen Flip and Zippo do any of his tricks yet on the show.
It's mandatory. Every week we get a new one.
I could
Or
start.
we haven't seen any of his Zippos yet either.
Do you have any Vietnam errors from 18 karat gold with the American flag on it or anything cool?
No, but I'll tell you what, 99.9% of those are fake. Anyway.
It's true. It's true. Very true.
Yeah, if you can find anything that's actually, but you can't tell. That's the thing with collecting Zippos. Got boring for me because they're all the same thing, just the same.
They all do the same thing.
Yeah, stamped out. There's nothing different about them except for the cases, essentially. Like I've got some that are, got a few years on them. And they are identical. Everything's the same.
So it's like Rolex.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's like
pretty
a
much.
day tested light or something.
Bang standard.
Yeah.
Minotaur Taunter. I have to say that image, whoever did that illustration, is a bloody genius because I've studied it, and it is it is a masterpiece. Like, I'm not
Yes.
even joking.
And
That is so much work.
It's amazing how he got the Rancher aiming perfectly at lefty.
It is. It is. I mean, just the line work. I mean, the lines on the faces. It is absolutely spot on. This person needs a raise. He needs a raise. The guy needs a raise. Whoever did this, honestly, freaking brilliant.
Yep.
So, do you want me to start off, Thomas?
I'll quickly
start off
with
the
watch. Yeah, I'll quickly start off with the watch I've got. It's another Ingersoll from the Ingersoll brothers of 1892.
Is it spelled?
Is it pronounced? Is it pronounced Ingersoll or Ingersoll? I've never known. Does anyone know?
Ingersoll, I believe.
Okay. Ingersoll, yes, I believe.
They produced the smallest existing pocket watch, and they did the first ever military watch, which was designed with the involvement of the armed forces, and the first character watch commissioned by Disney to feature Mickey Mouse.
You're kidding.
And this is the no, they did.
That is so
cool. They did.
Yeah,
that is so cool.
Quite a lot of history behind them. And
pretty good brand.
And this is the Ingersoll Bateman. It's a lovely bronze watch.
Oh, bronze watch, nice.
It's a 45 millimeters thick and 45 millimeters wide. 15 millimeters thick, 100 meters water resistance. And this was going for 300. This was going for £385, and it's now going for £288. And it's a lovely watch. It's using a Miyota movement, Miyota automatic movement, in the case back. It's a lovely pilot style. It's got a lovely Horween leather strap. It's really nice and thick. You like that, Zippo?
Yep.
It
is nice.
Nice thick Horween leather strap. It's got this lovely like a NATO sort of style buckle.
Yeah, it's cool.
To hold the strap on.
That running seconds hand is really nice. I dig it a lot.
Yeah, the seconds hand. I love the way it touches the edge of the dial.
Whoa, what is that beat rate? Check out that beat rate.
Looks like
that's like 18,000.
And it's got lovely Flieger style hands and the day and date complication. I'll just put it on the wrist quickly. It's a really nice watch.
Yeah, the second hand.
Do you know the power reserve on that?
I don't, Zippo. I don't know the power reserve on this, actually. No.
What is it? It's Miyota. It would be 38 to 40 hours, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Something around there.
But yeah, as you say, the second hand, it almost touches the edge. It's got a lovely sweep to it.
It's a really nice dial.
It doesn't look 45 mils.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. No,
it's 42.
It is actually 45 though. It's 45. I've looked it up. It's
sure 45. That is a deep case. That's a really deep case.
It's got Ingersoll on the side. You can see Ingersoll's written on stamped on the side of the case.
Okay.
Well, they had enough room for it, along with the kitties.
They could literally write "War and Peace" on the side there. It's nice.
Right.
But I love the hour and the dots on the arrows and the dots on the top, the triangle and the dots on the top. Gives it that real Flieger look.
It's very legible, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Also, the quarter Arabics look decent. Sorry, James.
The minute track and the second track is really cool.
It's nice.
Well, if there's one thing they evidently know, it's contrast.
I love it.
I'm gonna have to come up with a word to try and match you there, Clive. I've got such a nice mic. I need to start overexposing that too. It's great.
Junior Johnson says I have 3 Ingersoll watches. They're a nice watch.
And Hans says I don't think it's thick enough. I agree, Hans.
Yeah, but Hans, we're talking about the watch.
That didn't take long, Clive. It did not take long.
Boom,
15
Clive,
minutes.
we're meant to insult each other, not the punters.
For a bronze case for £288, I thought it was great. I thought it was lovely.
Yeah.
For a bronze case, I mean,
Okay,
not everyone likes bronze, but I haven't got a bronze watch in the box, so it was.
Well, there you go. Well, now you do.
Yeah, lovely.
So that's about a little more than $400 then, I guess. £288. Something like that.
Yeah, I suppose just touching 400. Yeah, maybe.
Does the buckle and tag and the keeper match the case?
That looks pretty good, eh? Not bad.
I like that.
I like that they've even engraved the name on the clasp. It's very decent. Very nice.
Does it have a solid back, Thomas, or does it have a display back?
A display back, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not that it's showing off anything special in the Miyota movement, but I mean, it makes do for the watch. It keeps it going. It's a great little movement.
For that price point, I think it's a quality piece.
Absolutely, yeah. For that price, I mean, you can't go wrong. I don't think. It's a lovely watch.
Too.
Shall I let you get on with yours, Blue Shirt? I think you've got an unboxing for us, have you?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How cool is this?
Yeah. It kind of worked out very well.
Who did you steal it from?
First, I'll give you guys. Come on. There we go. I'll give you guys a quick
my soul.
update on the Bluesy. Hold on a second. Let me lose the cord here.
Where's the scratch? Show me the scratch.
That's just for you, ID guy. There's the tiniest little scratch on the underneath where the crown is.
Yes,
just a tiny little one.
It was going to happen. I knew it. Fantastic. Now you can actually wear the thing in peace.
That's what happens when you have to remove stickers.
Right. Exactly. But I just want to say, I can't say enough about this one.
It is so bloody cool. It really is so nice.
Yeah, it is actually.
The proportions are just superb. I cannot commend them enough for what they've done with that case. How they've made it all work. It works so well. Yeah.
Just with the lugs ever so trimmed down a little bit more. The bracelet's more proportional. The dial I think pops more than it did before. And it's just a pleasure to wear. I really haven't.
I'm shaking my head in disbelief. I'm shaking my head because I think it looks so good. It looks absolutely spot on.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I've always loved the Bluesy, as everybody knows, but this has even exceeded my my expectations. It's just really nice.
Well, 2 weeks and you're still. It hasn't been 2 weeks, huh? You're still loving it. I mean, that's all that matters.
Yeah. I've worn nothing else. My Speedy and my Docs are getting.
I hope you worn clothes.
Yeah, yes.
No, that's all he wears. Just the watch around the house. What does he need clothes for, James? Not going anywhere.
So anyway,
that's
beyond
great.
the Bluesy, my wife had gotten me for my birthday a watch, and due to some delays, it actually just arrived to my door about an hour and a half ago.
Oh.
So
I'm saying, Blue Shirt, as long as it doesn't have Hodinky branding on it, I'll be very happy. Whatever it is.
Not Hodinky. It
Good.
is not Hodinky.
That's all that matters.
All I have done is opened up the box. I have not looked at this yet, so this is going to be a live unboxing.
A live unboxing.
Oh no!
A live unboxing on air. First impressions.
You know what happened to the last guy who did a live unboxing, and he got the actual watch wrong and the dial color wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they sent me the wrong one, we're all going to find out together because I have
good, and it's on them. It's going to be great.
So I'll do the. This is going to be hard doing it with just one hand. So.
Oh no, man! Don't do this to me.
Okay.
This is too much.
Oh my God!
It's a watch roll. It's a.
This watch roll is a little is an extra. It does not come with the watch, so this was I think I don't know $50 or something more. It's a real really well made watch roll, and I can't do it with one hand.
No, Watch Lounge, thank you. No, the thing is, it's like any kind of. It's when you're being abused with a word enough, you eventually use it to your strength, and it doesn't affect you anymore. I'm getting to that point now where the word doesn't make me laugh violently. So I have to thank you all really for what you've done. You've really helped me get through my depression.
No worries.
A lot.
So let's see. They gave me
the case looks familiar.
They gave me a pen. Very nice. There's a little hint as to what this is. We've talked about this watch before, and I liked it enough to make the plunge. Let me just turn this around.
Is the watch in there? Imagine the watch is not even in there.
I hope there's a watch in there. Okay.
This is a nice watch.
We've got a card.
Nice.
Anything there? No. We got a keychain. Very nice.
Made in the shade.
Nice. And yes, believe it or not, we got a watch.
Ooh.
There is. Nice. Again, my apologies, folks. Having to do this with one hand.
No, your coordination is pretty spectacular. Doing it one-handed, live on air with nobody watching. No one's watching.
Right. Yeah. It's like watching. Nobody's watching. So there is the Mitchell Timepieces Raider.
Nice coin.
That's
very nice. Cool. Very nice.
A Zenith.
Looks just like it. Very nice.
Homage.
Ordained, all sorts of names. They had those.
Yep.
Pilot. I gotta love it. Bezel looks fantastic.
And look at this, and the strap looks fantastic with the watch head.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great looking
B25 watch. And the compass from a B25 on the back. So, what drew me to this watch? I'll give you a little brief history.
So what's it called? The Mitchell?
That's the name of the company, Mitchell Timepieces. The name of the watch is the Raider.
Interesting.
So
very nice style.
A U.S. Air Force veteran owned business. Mitchell Timepieces is dedicated to creating aviation-inspired timepieces with mechanical movements. These are individually assembled by passionate, skilled craftsmen with the goal of producing quality timepieces. All pieces are made in small numbers and individually numbered.
Hold on, Richard. Are you cribbing off Thomas right now?
Well, I learned from the best. So
got it. Gotcha.
The Raider is a 42mm vintage style pilot watch. The inspiration came from an old World War II watch, and they set out to create a beefed up Elgin A11 with the bezel aspects of an A13, which was an Elgin Navigator pocket watch. They made the lugs a bit fatter to better suit the increased case diameter, because the Elgin A11s were World War II watch, and they're little small 32mm watches. The crown is also styled very similar to the A11. The case back has the compass engraving based on the compass found in the B-25 Mitchell bomber. And inside the compass is an engraving of B-25 pointed in the heading of 250 degrees. And the star on the dial, which you probably
is that the 12?
because the hand
just behind the hand.
It's under the hand's in the way. is in honor of Jimmy Doolittle, who was a lieutenant colonel at the time, but led the raid on Tokyo in April of 1942, the bombing raid on Tokyo, and
using B-25 Mitchells off the aircraft carrier Hornet, I believe.
Correct. They took they launched B-25, which were land-based bombers, off of the aircraft carrier Hornet, bombed Japan. They all crash landed in China because they had a launch early, so they ran out of fuel. They crash landed in China. Most of the crews got back. A couple of them were captured, and in fact, a couple of the aviators were actually executed by the Japanese. But on his return back to the United States, Jimmy Doolittle was promoted brigadier general, hence the single star, which is the rank of a brigadier general, and he was awarded the Medal of Honor for leading the raid. So as I mentioned, the Mitchell is 42 millimeters. It has 22 millimeter lugs. It has a double dome sapphire crystal with AR coating on the inside. The movement is the Miyota 9039 automatic.
Irony alert!
Oh, geez, that's they should have thought a little bit harder about that before they decided. Oops, that's a major whoops. That's a oof. That's an oof right there.
Okay. All right. With a water resistance of 10 ATM. The black dial has luminous numbers with BGW9 Superluminova. There's also a white dial version of this that has a full luminous dial. So I'll give you guys an update once I start wearing this thing.
Great stuff.
Obviously, there's some kind of issue with the movement that I wasn't aware of, but I'll let you know how it goes.
I think it's a great looking watch, Bruce.
And I completely forgot about the A11 story. I mean, it looks just like an A11 from back then, just scaled up. I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me dig around in a box. Do you guys want to see it? Well, nah, screw it.
Yeah, next time I'll bring down my my A11, which happens to be a white dial one, but
really?
it's similar. So that's about it. I'll give you an update once I
eventually take the Bluesy off.
Yeah, once I eventually take the Bluesy off. So, I'm pretty psyched.
I like the olive grab strap on it though.
It looks
good.
Yeah. It's canvas on top and leather lined on the back. So
very high quality.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna jump off my phone and I'll get online because I can't see anybody. Anybody.
Get the headset on.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
Talk about Miyota movements. Jeez, Clive, you caught that one quick. That's something. I mean, that's something that we forget. We fail to even realize until it's pointed out to us.
Yeah, Miyota's not actually mentioned a lot these days, but everything's either Solita, NH movement, or STP. So yeah, Miyota movements have been sort of forgotten about of recent.
Yeah. I've got a 9015 in the Smithsonian, and got to say, they're incredibly good movements. Really hard working. Oh no, Zippo's left us.
Oh, Zippo.
We are alone, gents. We're all alone. Right.
And Blue Shirt's left us as well. Is he coming back?
Oh, he's back. Good.
I hit the wrong button.
Zippo.
This is the second time I've seen this happen to a live stream within 24 hours.
Yeah, so Zippo, I've got a couple more watches. I've got to put a few watches in the chat for you to bring up.
Oh, I've got something too. Are we just jumping in and chucking in news headlines, or what's the?
I think Blue Shirt's got the news, some of the news covered. So I think he's going to do that. So I was just going to. These were a few watches I'd been looking at.
There he is.
So these are a few watches I'd been looking at before we did the news.
Let's do it.
Oh, we've got Blue Shirt back with his avatar.
He's back with us.
I'm back. I'm
back on his computer. Yeah, good.
Hey, everybody.
So most of these were French brands that I looked at, and the first one was the Code 41 Anomaly 2, which was quite a nice watch. This brand Code 41, they've been doing quite a few different watches. They've been doing some skeletonized watches, and which were to my taste, to be honest with you, the skeletonized ones. If you scroll down, Zippo, there's a really nice silver dial one just below the black dial one.
That's a really
I quite
cool.
liked.
That's nice.
And these are 42 millimeters, 12.8 thick, and 50 meters water resistant. $858 US dollars, as you can see, and they're using ETA 2824-2s.
Nice.
With a 40-hour power reserve.
Very nice.
They look very like a Debatoon, I thought. They had that sort of Debatoon styling to them with the lugs and the sort of bent lug shape. But they're a French band going since 2016 when they started a crowdfunding campaign, and their X41 is the new skeletonized watch that they're doing. But I really like this design. I thought it was a lovely sort of styled watch.
Clean. Also, check that depth to the dial there. That's very nice. Elevated.
Oh, by the way, wait, is it does daylight savings time also end in Australia today?
There's no daylight savings time in the south, as far as I know.
No, daylight savings in Australia, because I obviously talk to Australia quite a bit. Daylight savings in Australia started a few weeks ago.
Well, I need to know now because that's going to throw off my whole hydration schedule.
Your hydration.
Clive, what's an hour? What's an hour in your day when it comes to hydrating? I mean, it takes what 20 minutes for it to go through your bladder? Yeah.
I mean, there's some carbon versions of this watch further down. There's some other versions of this watch which are carbon, which get more expensive. But I quite like that silver version that we saw.
You know what I love of all, Clive, is that you actually prioritize these sorts of things. That shows how much you care about hydrating and the cause, the greater cause.
I prefer to think of it as cross streaming.
Cross streaming. So
or
good.
Editorial comment.
Don't cross the streams.
These are really, really slick. The PVD is also nice.
You know what?
The Code 41 project started off in a small capacity where people could sort of jump into the project, and then it just became larger and larger and larger with so many watches. So it's obviously grown and grown and grown, where it's has a bit of a cult following now.
Mm-hmm. Looks like you're being asked if you've got a question about one of our models. They actually offer models as well as watches here. Flip and Zipper, I reckon you could ask about the models. What I like about the branding of this is that it's actually easy to read. If you've seen the AP code 1159, the way they've written it out, it's very difficult to make heads and tails over what they're trying to do. Yeah, you should try and compare it. You'll laugh. It's quite a mess. This is at least easy to see and read.
I see.
Do you understand, though?
No.
Okay.
So I really like the styling of these watches. I thought they were lovely. I thought they were a bit modern, and a bit, as I say, very Debatoonish. With that sort of styling. And the next brand was the next watch I was going to bring up Zippo was going to bring up for me is the one that had been suggested by Orange Hand a couple of weeks ago, which was the Leforban Malouine. Which
Malouine. Interesting.
Malouine is the name of the watch, and it's by a company called Leforban, another French brand. And they say a true tool watch which is sporty and elegant. The Malouine is a neo-retro inspired and unisex. It has been designed to please lovers of good design and fans of real watches alike, uniting finesse and strength. A timepiece for everyday wear, whether you're a diver, sailor, or a landlubber. So this is a...
I really like this.
39 millimeters with bezel. And,
did you say 39 millimeters?
39 millimeters across with bezel, yes.
I didn't know we talk about such small watches here.
Yeah, and this is
we only do when you're on the channel, there you go.
Thank you.
That's specific for you.
You guys
we try not to remind you of your girly size wrist there, right?
Thanks. Thank you so much,
and
Jen.
this is a 12.75 thick. It's 150 meters water resistant. It's a 45 lug to lug and 120 click unidirectional bezel. Black or blue dial with 100% silicon tropic strap, which is 20 millimeters. It's using a Miyota 8215 automatic, and it's got a 316L steel case, which has a diving helmet on the case back, chosen as a tribute to veterans of the deep, they say.
So what's it called? The 49.9 fathoms?
To be honest with you, Thomas, it looks like the Longines Legend Diver a lot.
Really?
It's a mishmash of lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
I was seeing it's got some RS65 DNA to it.
It does.
Some Blancpain. It's got some. What is another that I recognized? Those hands remind me of Glasuta CQ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, but it hasn't. What was the price point? It was 400, wasn't it?
490 euros. Yeah,
it's very good.
I mean, it's a lot of watch for that money.
Very good on the tropic strap and everything. I like it a lot.
It's actually a decent looking watch for the money. I mean, really.
Yeah.
You see, I don't know if it's a French military watch. Go back down to that last photo. You see, they shouldn't know. Back up.
This one?
Up a little bit. You see, if it's a French military watch, they shouldn't show the watches on hands like down at their sides. The hands should be extended high into the air.
Yeah, well, they're going for the unisex look, Clive. So they're obviously marketing for the unisex.
Look, females can surrender just as easily as
Clive.
So it's got C3 super lumino on which they say is the brightest lume on the market, used on the numerals and the batons and the hands. So,
the brightest on the market.
Yeah, they say the C3 Super Lumino is the brightest lume on the market, which is interesting.
Really?
Which it probably is, actually.
I mean, I've been told that what does Rolex use? That Chromolite stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It feels just as
proprietary Rolex, though, so you can't really say.
Yeah,
it's not readily available. It's not a bad looking watch. I mean, it's pretty.
It's not.
I like it
for that price point. I mean, it's a micro brand.
Is that on rubber or is it leather?
Rubber. I think the bezel with the full graduated plots around it, I think would maybe complete it a little bit more. It feels a bit strange with the 15.
It's on a 100% silicon tropic strap. So it's like
I was wondering if Rolex Lume is that bright. Do 80s really have to even turn on the lights in their vaults anymore?
Exactly.
Yeah, they do because they don't have any stock.
No, in their vaults. Not in the showcases, in their vaults.
In their vaults, yeah. That's a good point. I mean, this is a diver, so, I mean, realistically, I don't get the whole thing of people selling divers on leather straps because it doesn't really work, does it?
It's not really effective, no.
That's why you go with alligator straps. They swim.
That date window, though, the date window is a little bit janky. It does get in the way of the cleanliness of the presentation.
Don't you like that ID guy?
No, it breaks that center circle, which is nice and clean. I don't know. It's my pet peeve.
Just take away date windows on divers.
Yeah. They should have done a color matched date wheel if they were going to do that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Do we really want date windows and divers, though? Do we really want date windows?
It's really important because we are signing documents at the bottom of the sea. I mean, that's generally what happens, right?
Do we want to put our diver in front of a photo and say, this is when we found this bit of coral? I mean,
yeah, but was I supposed to service on the 9th or the 10th? Fuck.
Like Junior Johnson says, it looked nice on beads of rice.
Yes, very well.
Well, I wonder how
that's true.
Well, then again, I was going to say, I wonder how big the spacer is, but I guess expectations should be tempered for a watch of that price point. Okay.
G. Johnson's saying they have it with a no date option, he thinks. So
yeah.
That's a good find. That's a good find for the price point, and yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, well, this one was Orange Hand suggestion, so
there we go.
Props to him. So, also, Punters, if you got any other watches you want us to bring up, you can suggest them to us in the chat, and we can bring them up. And maybe not today, but on the following week, we can always bring them up and give you credit.
Yeah.
What was that Universal Genève homage, whatever that watch was that came out this week that everyone's been angry about?
Messina
Labs.
Messina Labs, yes.
What is it? I don't even. I've been away from the watch news. Should I bring a link in for us for later on? I'd like to know more about it.
Google it right now.
If we're okay, Thomas, we're getting in the way of your presentation.
No, sure.
Because I haven't. Apparently, what is an homage to a Universal Genève chrono of some kind, and do they do this all the time? And apparently, they get a lot of flack for it. And what's the goss around it?
Just Google what kind of overpriced shit is Hodinkee trying to sell us now.
Oh, okay. So that's the reason. I got it now. Okay, it all makes sense. Don't worry.
Are you following now?
Yeah, I got it. No, I got it. You don't even have to bring it up. I got the gist. I was a part of the travel clock story, so I kind of put two and two together.
It's the one key word is Hodinkee.
It's funny how it comes up in every show of ours, hey, somewhere.
No, isn't the key word Ben Clymer buying more jumpers?
Yes. I mean, it's an ongoing thing. It's constant. It's like stocking up on food every week.
The most distressing thing about this.
Nice.
That is beautiful.
I like that. That's lovely.
Wow. Okay, I'd rather look at this. Don't tell me this is a Hodinkee collaboration too.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know if this is the right one.
That's
for Messina Lab.
Ring. That's why.
But for Messina Lab as well. Right. Same. So it's another homage to another classic.
Yeah, let me go see if I can find it.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's all right.
Let's have a look at that watch though. It looks damn good.
That's a Harbring too.
You scroll to the bottom and you see the price.
Yeah, it's a Harbring too. That's something else. That
2018. Okay.
Oh, that's well and truly sold out. Or it could be sitting on the shelf still.
That black dial is very nice. Yep.
Simple.
I would own that watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can recreate something like that quite easily and call it the ID guy.
The ID watch. I don't know what we would call it, but that is stunning. I mean, regardless of it being an homage to a 40s, 30s era piece, it really is clean.
That's going to be overpriced.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the price. Close your eyes, ladies and gents. Here it comes. Not yet.
Further down.
Oh no.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be bad.
Oh,
$6,000.
Oh,
I was going to say $4 or $5,000.
Oh, well, you're on the money. Oh, my heart. Hold on.
I think it's.
And that was in 2018. That's 3 years ago.
Flipping hell. Can you imagine the price? They'd probably be worth about 15 now if they was trying to sell the same stuff.
That was back in a better economy.
Yeah, sure was. Oh, geez, $6,000. But Habring does make good watches, as Watchland said.
They do. They
are
really
really clean.
Yeah, and you're getting a watch, pretty much built by hand.
Yeah.
So.
That's tiny too, man.
I mean, check that movement. That is really quite something. Is that a spacer on the outside, though? No, it can't be. I don't know.
Messina Lab Eraser.
What the hell is a Messina Lab?
I have no idea.
There it is. Okay, I found it. I had to go to Hodinkee to find it, but let me put this in the chat. So
don't worry, you're forgiven. You're forgiven, Blue Shirt.
Yeah, well, I'm not NS something. Remember that.
None of us are. I mean, let's be honest. None of us are.
Yeah, none of us
Exactly.
We're
We can't touch the guy.
We're fumbling through.
Actually, it's 5 days ago. As far as you probably have to go to eBay to find it now.
You'll probably find it very easily on eBay.
Okay, Flippin', it's in the private chat. It's the third link.
Right at the bottom, Blue. Zippo.
Right on the bottom.
Last link.
Boy,
the Uniracer Panda and Reverse Panda introducing. Okay.
Yep.
I'd be more interested in a cowgirl and reverse. Never mind.
Oh, Clive. Okay, so now we see a Universal. Okay, so it's not a Universal Genève, right?
Right. This is their take on a Universal Genève by Compax. I have to say the straps look nice.
That's a good way to start.
I like the watch, to be honest with you. I
like the watch too.
Judge the watch by its shoes.
I like the larger subdial on the right-hand side and the smaller one on the left. It looks really interesting.
And I was just going to say, if this watch was, what my Mitchell Timepieces Raider cost, or maybe a couple $100 more, they might have something here.
Is that logo that belongs to
Universal Studios, isn't it?
How did he manage to do that? Okay.
COVID.
Yeah.
If you've been to Messina Lab site, certain age, you're willing to. Okay.
I do kind of dig the blue hands though. If you scroll down a little more, Flipping.
Not bad. I do like the colors. I do enjoy the turquoise there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. You see, I was looking at this like, okay, yeah.
It's nice looking.
Yeah.
It is.
But wait till the end.
What's a good consensus price on this one?
Well, it's got a Salida movement on it, I believe. SW 300 or 400 or something.
Yes.
So I'm going to guess $300. $3,000.
You're warm.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I was thinking it was going to be more like more like 4.5 ish. Getting warmer? No.
Yeah, no. You're a little cold. If this was $1,000 watch, they would.
It would be fair.
Right, exactly. It's a Salida SW510M.
M evidently stands for money.
510M.
Correct.
There's a nice shot of it.
50 meters water resistant. It's 39 millimeters by 13 high, including a domed 4 millimeter sapphire crystal, 20 millimeter lugs. But they want $3,500 for this thing.
Jeepers, that's insane. What?
Yep.
What I have to say is
it uses a Salida. What?
Salida.
Oh my
Nothing wrong with the high end movement Salidas though. I mean, they're pretty impressive.
And in this one, okay. Manually wound SW510. Okay, I haven't heard of that name before.
I've got
I haven't heard the exact movement, but the Salida 300s, 330s, 500s, 550s, they're quite impressive movements.
Mm-hmm. This has an acrylic crystal with a scratch resistant coating on it.
What? How did they do that?
Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, $34.95.
Ouch.
$34.95 or
have we been on eBay to see what they're going for now on
available exclusively from Messina Labs and the Hodinky shop.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I'm looking now.
Yeah.
Lab.
Have a look. I would imagine they're probably going to be five on the nose, maybe as a starting price.
You know what?
Can I just say that it looks like something you can buy if undone?
It looks so basic. Yeah, it does. I mean, that's one of the first things that came to mind. Yeah, very good on the nose.
Okay. It's like ball, brow. Okay.
I guarantee you, it'll be at least 1,000 or 1,500 more than they're asking for here on eBay already. Boxed papers. You know the deal. You know the gist.
I like it. It's really nice. I like it a lot.
I think it looks good, but I think it's overpriced.
Oh yeah, it's overpriced. Overpriced, definitely, but it's
when the hands name like they've been like they're proper blue. They've been fired properly. I mean, it looks
just looking at the logo.
I think they just started shipping though. That's why I think it is because Fed said, "Well, I managed to get mine early."
Yeah. It just mentioned by Design Atelier saying that the logo looks like Universal Genève. That's the first thing I saw when we opened the post. It looked just like. So how did he get away with that?
Orange hand says on the bright side, half the price of a travel clock.
That is brilliant.
I was going to say, when you're on the road and you wake up to your $4,500 Hodinkee travel clock, you can slap this on the wrist and then be on your way out the door.
But the travel clock won't be working. That's the issue. So it's very hard to know whether or not. Yeah, they had a bad time. I wonder if they've recovered yet from that.
Did they not work?
No, they were just very. I mean, for the price, the movements themselves were so badly finished. It was embarrassing.
Boozer, I agree with you. The Breitling Top Time looks much better than this. Although it's not a terrible looking watch, but the Top Time looks better.
Yeah, man, pick up the Top Time. We've got a proper Breitling name to it. I mean, you can't compare.
Yeah.
On Chrono 24.
This watch just does not look finished right. I mean, it looks cheap. I'm sorry, it just
undone. It does look undone.
It's quite. It has undone like qualities to it.
Hoya Carrera as
design. He put it under a loop. He put this under a loop. I mean, that shot before, you can just see it. There's sharp edges on everything. It just looks like a cheap Chinese production.
No.
I actually have a God.
How bad are we talking?
Well, no, okay. Well, I looked. The only thing on Chrono, there's nothing on eBay. The only one listed is the Hobring under Messina Lab.
Oh, gotcha.
$99.75.
Good Lord. No, I said 15, so I'm way off the money there.
I actually have a Long Beach. What is it? Aramar Long Beach chronograph that uses the Seagull, the Venus 175 movement that the Chinese bought. I think that looks as good for like $500.
Well, this has been a pleasure, ladies and gents. Next.
So yeah, the next one was under the Leforban link Zippo was the Fugue watches one.
Is it the Leforban La Colossus?
No, no, not Forbin La Colossus. He's not. Is
that the fiction one?
He's not in this chat, is it? Is he? Yeah, it's the fiction one.
So great watch, love that watch.
Yeah, this is cool.
Founded 3 years ago, Fugue watches first produced a watch with 3 modular cases, which I showed on a previous stream, and the next model, the fiction one, has what's called a mystery dial. The hands give the impression of floating over the dial as they're printed on discs that rotate around it. And they're 2 dial colors, the white and the smoke grey color. The mystery dial display has been used in the mid-20th century by several brands, including Lecoutre, Vacheron, and Longines, who used the mystery hands on some of their watches. This is, however, an old invention dating back to the 19th century, and mystery complications costing a lot more available from Cartier and Constance and Shaken. However, the fiction one uses hands printed on rotating discs.
Interesting.
Also, up to 4% of the revenue generated will be donated to Bibliothèque Sans Frontières, which is Libraries Without Borders, a charity that brings books and educational resources to people in poor countries.
Where the design sketches? I hope they've featured design sketches on here because they are bloody amazing.
Yeah, so this is a 38mm. It's 12.6 thick. It's 50 meters water resistant, 38-hour power reserve. It's using a Sleet SW200 with just hours and minutes, and it's retailing for $395 for either watch or $750 for both on the pre-order on Kickstarter until the 29th of October. So you've not got long. You've only got a couple of days left on Kickstarter
I mean, that's such a reasonable campaign for prices and everything.
Brilliant price, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. €395
compared to $4,000. It's like what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have an issue. I actually have an issue buying a watch that's on Kickstarter that's actually named Fiction. You know,
you don't know if you're actually going to get it or not. Yeah, it's really. I dig that floating hand.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
And the case, it's a pity they don't include the sketches because the case design and the way they've done those parts, it is really well thought out. Seeing really the process sketches,
it's lovely.
Yeah. Sadly, they didn't include the process sketches to show us.
Well, it makes me think of obviously the Zodiac Mystery Watch.
Is that such a thing? The Zodiac Mystery Watch? That sounds cool.
I really like the grey dial.
It had floating hands, and also because instead of hands attached to the central spindle, it was composed of like clear dials stacked on top of each other, which is what they're doing here. It says the Zodiac Mystery Dial also had the top dial was a second hand that was just a ball, so it looked like this little ball was just going around the inside of the watch, floating around.
It's really nice.
Designer Talia says Zodiac is a better mystery watch. He says so. He's backing you up, Clive.
Yep. Zodiac Mystery Dial is what it's called.
Sharp. I do really like the case. Of all things, I think the case is pretty special when you have a look at those angles.
Yeah, it is very nice looking. Very stylish. And a good price, like you say, ID guy. I think it's a great price.
Very good.
Plus helping out a charity.
Yeah, as well. Just considering the last watch that we just saw, I mean, this really does make quite an impact.
So there was one more watch which I'd been looking at because James Arthur put me onto this one. He was looking at these ones. And,
so it's your fault, James.
This is a really good one too. This is the showstopper of the day.
Everyone goes on about G-Shocks and what good use they are for the military.
G-Shocks are so overrated. I mean,
what use they are for military and how good they are for the military and ready for anything.
Have you guys cut me out of the chat?
Ready for anything, Nixon say. This is a Nixon Regulus watch. Ready for anything. Introducing the Regulus, a high-performance watch created in collaboration with
you guys cut me off the chat.
Special operation.
You're still here. You're still here. We're hearing you loud and clear.
This is created in collaboration. This is created in collaboration with agents from the Special Operations Corps of the United States.
Here we go.
Manufactured to withstand the most extreme conditions, and with a simple design, the Regulus is always ready for action.
And it's left-hand drive. Let's not forget left-hand drive. On top of that, just to add an extra touch.
The rugged functionality of tactical gear and the main driver behind the Regulus aesthetic. Each feature and its materials were deliberately chosen to meet the exceptional standards of America's fighting elite. Pore and foam between the watch's brain and case gives a shock-blocking shell. Water-resistant pushers give you access to information underwater, and a 5-year battery life gives you the freedom to head out.
Now we know James's weakness. We know James's weakness. He's laughing about the squale. This is it now, boys.
I have a quick question. Is this going to be direct distribution? Do they have AD, or are you just going to get them out of gumball machines?
Anyway. Okay, well, James, I've got your.
You guys are terrible.
Got your kryptonite. This is it.
I mean, this is available. This is available on a metal bracelet like the.
That's it. I'm sending you guys all one each.
This is available on a metal bracelet like the G-Shock is, and it's.
No, you have to have it on rubber.
This is actually endorsed by the U.S. Special Forces, so it's. I mean, equal
It's
to
special offer. In my defense, all I can say is I like mil-spec stuff.
You sure it's not special forces and not
Thomas,
special forces?
What's the price?
Thomas?
What is the price? Are we talking a two?
It's £160. It was for the plastic bracelet, for the khaki bracelet, or for.
Come on, let's go to stealth mode. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Come on, Zippo, back me up here, mate. You'd wear it.
This is it. This is it. So when I say things have gone squale, and when that's level 1. When we go, things have gone Nixon. That's now.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
James is kryptonite. I'm glad we got a laugh out of James. That bad. Now James knows what it was like when I was going through it front and center that last week.
Okay, all right. I bought a couple. That's all right. I'll confess. The watch budget's that low.
Yeah, it's okay. We've all been there. It's all about experience at the end of the day, right? Oh,
how much is this thing, Thomas?
Oh no, we've lost James. He's left us.
Thomas, the plastic strap version was going for £140 pounds, or £120 actually. It was going for. But that's
on the bracelet. It's quite pricey.
Endorsed by the U.S. Special Forces, so it's special operations. So it's it ticked the boxes for James. So he bought a few.
Yeah, we've all been there. Well, Megan, you've won this round. That was absolutely brilliant. If you're still watching, Megan, that was a joy. Right, I'm crying a little bit. Let me just wipe my eyes. We can carry on.
Revenge is sweet, eh?
It's wonderful.
Now,
that really was beautiful.
Now, would you condemn this watch or impeach it?
Right.
Can you do both? Is that allowed legally? Right. On to...
I think I'm keeping my G-Shock.
This is one Nixon you can't pardon.
Oh, come back, James. We didn't mean it.
Boom, boom.
I'm wondering if they can actually imagine they make a Watergate as an actual watch. Wouldn't that be cool? And then Hodinkee promotes it, the Nixon Watergate. Or Nixon scandal. That would be so popular. People would buy it. Just, like a Snoopy. It would be that kind of, and have his face on the dial. That'd be a big deal.
Please tell me that this isn't a limited edition, is it, Tom?
Yes, it is limited run.
Of course not.
Okay.
They've got to turn them out for the army.
That would just be the icing on the cake if this was a limited edition.
That was entertaining.
So, Blue Shirt, you've got some news for us.
Well, yeah. I'll pick up the pieces from.
You've got this. You got this, Blue Shirt. Don't worry. I'm here. I'm here to help.
Something. I guess we'll go to the first one. The first link, Zippo. This is the
watches by the Hublot Mecha 10. Is that
yes.
It?
Yeah. No. This is yes. Yeah. We can do the first one. The Hublot Mecha 10 desk clock.
Oh. Okay. Not bad. Actually, I kind of like it. As a desk clock, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, especially if you're a fan
of me now.
No, we're done. We're done. You're free. It's okay.
We've moved on. We've moved on.
Now, if you want, we can repeat it. We could play the tape back if you'd like.
Retribution is going to be so sweet, ID guy.
No, it wasn't me. It was not me. I promise you that. I was debating with Thomas in the chat, saying we cannot include it. We can't include it. We have to keep some things a secret here. But
Thomas wouldn't do that to me.
No. Well, I'm afraid it was your blood who gave the final call. I'm afraid, James. Right. I consulted. That was good.
So this
so you can't stand up for yourself. You're going to blame somebody else. Oh my god! You're going to hide behind a woman.
Oh god, that was wonderful.
So this is time only, but visually, mechanically interesting. The Hublot Mecha 10 wristwatch has a skeleton movement inspired by the Meccano which is the children's construction toy.
Okay, that's cool.
As in the Meccano set.
Yeah,
right.
That's cool.
So now
Wow.
it's been blown up by a multiple of 4 to create the Mecha 10 clock. Created in collaboration with Swiss clockmaker Epe, who are best known for doing clocks with MB&F and Chanel. The Mecha 10 clock retains all the key features of its wristwatch counterpart, namely the skeletonized construction and a lengthy 10-day running time.
I must say, for a clock, it does really work well. As the Hublot aesthetic does fit the clock really nicely.
Right. If like I said earlier, if you're into that look, Hublot has a fairly distinctive look, and they're big on skeleton stuff.
No,
then
I like Hublot.
Yeah. Is it manual wind, or do you have to pick it up and shake it for 2 hours? Like
and I do love the Meccano. So
yeah, it does. It speaks to us, like our childhood and everything there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but tell me the price.
Here we go. Travel clock prices. What are we thinking here?
Okay, let's get down.
It's not going to be cheap.
It's not $6,000. It's not $6,000.
My God! No. It's a measly $47,400.
What?
You just lost me.
The clients have all gone now.
I see. And you guys were making fun of the Hodinkee travel clock at a mere $4,500.
Oh,
so it is that didn't work.
Yeah, right. At least that this clock will actually tell you the time.
This is a hand wound clock that beats a 28.8. It has a 10-day power reserve.
$47,000.
$47,000.
How many Atmos clocks can you get for that, James?
You probably pick up 3.
10.
Yeah, I was going to say about 3.
Like Mark Newson designs and all sorts. You can get so many.
You put up at least 3 decent ones from the Beverly Hills pawnbrokers.
Jeez.
So, but once again, if this hit a Beverly Hills pawnbroker, you'd probably pick this up for under 10,000.
10 grand.
Yeah. So I'll wait for one of these to hit the Beverly Hills pawnbrokers, and you'll get it for 10,000.
I don't even see producer Michael buying one of these, quite frankly.
He's only getting one if it's Jacob and Co. Then he's buying it.
And it needs to have a rainbow something or else assigned to it. It needs to be fully
covered. He wouldn't even know what Meccano is. He was deprived of that as a child.
Sadly.
But he needs bling. It has to have diamonds on it for him to be interested.
So it's PVD coded, and it does have twin barrels. And the cool thing about it is you can see the inner workings of it from the front, from the top, from the sides. So it is kind of cool. Just not $47,000.
Cool.
$47,000. What are they smoking?
Yeah,
it looks like it was ripped out of an instrument cluster.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. That's I think that's kind of the vibe that they were looking for.
Yeah.
You probably get 50% off the AD on it anyway in the first place. It takes it down to 23.5.
I must say they could have emphasized the Meccano a little bit more on the case, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like just added a bit more. Apart from the edges, they could have done something with the bezel or spiced it up just a little bit more. Not bad.
To really get the nostalgia out of us blokes that want to bring back our childhood memories.
Get some color in there too, maybe just very subtle spot colors.
Yeah, maybe like a little pop of red would do wonders for this.
I mean, they've done some subtle stuff around the dial, but maybe on the case as well, just highlights.
But so that
conceptually, it's a great idea. They just haven't executed it well.
Mm-hmm. And I don't. If you guys are familiar with the clocks that Epe did for MB&F, those are pretty wild too, and also exceedingly expensive.
What is it that Hublot can do that makes them? Is it because of their movements? Is that just how they price themselves in general? Because on the grey market, they're pretty easy to grab, or are they also now stupidly overpriced on the grey market too?
No, they're the complete opposite on the grey market. You can buy them stupidly underpriced. The Unico movement obviously is a great movement, but I mean basically they don't hold any real value on the grey market.
Okay, not bad, but Atmos clock. I mean, you can get some. What's the lug width? That's great.
Orange Hand says Corvette or Hublot clock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that can be the same. Can be said about a lot of pieces that we wear.
Yeah. What's the water resistance like?
Where you have, in case you have the clock poolside and it goes in the pool.
Yeah, I mean, you're timing your laps. It'll be very easy when you're doing laps at the pool. You have it planted on the foot of the deep end, and you can just keep track while you're going. And hey, it's already got drilled holes in it, so you can actually attach it to a wall quite nicely, which is pretty cool. I like that feature. Yeah. Talk about practicality.
Just say a big hello to Rajiv Moraj, who's driving along, listening in while he's driving. So,
hey, Rajiv. How are you, pal?
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
The first time when I saw Mecha, I thought Mecha Quartz, and then I was like, what are we... And then, Meccano inspired.
Meccano, okay, yeah.
We can make a high, make a low.
The question, did they actually get the rights to... Could they have used Meccano as the name? Because I think it would have made more sense to a lot of people. I don't know.
Yeah, is Meccano still even around as a company? I mean,
I think it is. I'll look it up.
I haven't seen anything Meccano expires or any collaborations with Meccano for years.
Yeah, it is a model construction system, so I guess it's still around. Huh? Not was a. Company still exists.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Which you could do an ID guy collaboration, seeing an industrial designer.
That would be a really nice collaboration.
Listen,
that'd be a great collaboration.
That is something that you need to keep in the back of your head, ID guy. Not a wall clock, but an ID guy desk clock. That would be cool.
Yeah, there's lots of ideas.
But with Meccano, it could be an ID desk clock, which is also a watch stand.
And Meccano is based in the UK, so I could actually reach out to them. They're making Formula One cars and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. They've got a full range of things now.
Really?
It's changed a lot since I was a kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love Meccano so much. I still love Lego, but I
don't think this was ever here in the United States. I don't recall it. But I guess this was big in England.
Yeah, they're based in England.
It was bigger in Australia. I mean, my father passed me down his Meccano set when he was a child, and he used to have real spinners and screwdrivers and bolts and nuts, and I mean, it was just amazing.
Yeah, real hands-on. It's crazy.
It was. And all then Lego, of course, went the Technics Lego, and then we moved on to that. I mean,
yeah, it's amazing.
That's good food for thought, ID guy. That's could be a really good collaboration.
Reach out to Meccano.
We wouldn't have to charge $47,000 for it.
Right.
Well,
more like $50.
Maybe Mark could do one with Rigid Tools.
Clive, you're always there. It's good.
You can have a Virgin toolkit with it.
So this was interesting, but I think the second story that NS came up with us is even nicer. So if you want to go to the second link, Zippo.
47,000. What?
Yeah. So anyway, this is the new version of the Zenith 384.
Hello.
Love it already.
Yeah, this is the Chronomaster Revival Liberty, exclusive to North America.
Oh.
I can see Thomas drooling down the screen.
Thomas is very disappointed.
If you are a fan of red, white, and blue, then as I am, you're immediately in love with this watch.
That second hand
I
is
think
just
That roulette
British,
date wheel as
French,
well.
French. It looks
American.
very French.
Right. You could be British, French, American, and
Australian,
Australian, right? New Zealand. This is based on the fantastic El Primero A384 that 73 MAF got and loves. It's the same watch, still 37 millimeters, 12.6 millimeters high, stainless steel, 50 meters water resistant. It has the El Primero 400 movement in it. Beats at 36,000, which is 5 hertz. It has a power reserve of 50 hours. It has a textile strap with a rubber lining on a pin buckle. And this is limited to 150 pieces, of course. Only at Zenith boutiques and retailers in the United States and Canada, as well as the US e-boutique. And it is $8,700.
Oof.
Now, I'm not sure, Thomas, do you remember what the list of the regular 384 was? It was like 7 and change, wasn't it?
About 6,000 pounds ish.
In the UK, it's £6,500. So it's going to, this one will be going for about 6,900 or 7,000 pounds, I would have thought.
So, but you got to admit, gentlemen, that's a very fine looking watch.
It is.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I mean, the way they did those cases, they're just done such a good job. 37 mils. It's small, but I mean, it would wear bigger, as we know.
I'm pretty sure that it would wear bigger, just because of the retro blockiness of the case, and just the dial laid out. Yeah,
I think it's just so unique to the El Primero. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and you got the piston type pushers and like Thomas said, the roulette date wheel. It's just, and it has a gradient blue dial. This watch just has everything. I was just, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
What's the size on a blue shirt?
It's 37 mil.
That's too.
You can wear it as a pinky ring, James.
Yeah, it's a little small, but I like ID guy was saying, I think this will wear a little bit bigger.
Yeah. I think
they always do these, and they wear a bit bigger than they actually are.
That case.
Hey Thomas, I don't think you'd be able to stand the size of this anymore.
No, you're a 45 mil wearer now. So
yeah, I'm starting to wear bigger watches, but I think I'd easily get used to the 37.
When the 384 first came out, Thomas was in absolute head over heels love with it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it still. Yeah,
the standard Panda, I think, is just a mind blow. They've done such a good job with it.
It is, and to their credit, they remained true to the size of the 1969 original.
Yeah, and isn't it cool to say that you have the El Primero with an El Primero movement, and it's made in house, and it's the full package. I think it's great. It really is fantastic.
No, ID
guy. The history of Zenith is fantastic.
Yeah,
it is.
Sorry,
I really want to add a Zenith to my collection at some point. They're just so underrated.
Yes, Clive, go for it.
Go ahead, Clyde. Sorry.
No, never mind. The moment has passed.
Oh, shame.
So, and any other thoughts on this?
Yeah, the chronograph hand kind of reminds me of what's a good example? That Aquaterra, that 15,000 gas Aquaterra. There's a few models that try and play. The first thing I saw when I saw that hand was Lighthouse. I had a feeling that it had something to do with America's Cup in one way or another. A yacht race. Kind of reminds me of yachting. It would actually be very nice to have this watch with a yachting sub-dial at the 3 o'clock position. You know how they have the red, white, and blue normally for those 5-minute intervals? That might also add a nice touch to this overall presence.
I'd have to say,
barbershop. Orange Hand mentioning barbershop. Yeah, it's also something you could highlight.
I'm sure this 150 pieces is going to sell out if it hasn't already very quickly. If they didn't make this a limited edition, I think they could sell a lot of these because it's a beautiful watch.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. It's nice that they've stuck to a formula now with this classic call it the Mark I El Primero format, and now they're just gonna pump out as many different variants. They've got like olive dials, they've got pandas, they've got reverse pandas, they've got the A18, what the hell is it called? 818, that whole blue lady, what was it?
Yeah, the 3818.
Yeah, what was the name of it? They had a nickname to it.
Yeah, cover girl.
Cover girl. It's the blue lady. What am I smoking?
I'm surprised Swatch isn't suing them for intellectual property theft.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen, right? It's good. I really find it a fascinating. It's something I'd love to add to my collection, my very small set. This is, when we talk about uniqueness, in-house, everything else, very good.
Yeah, this would be a lovely watch to be able to road test and wear for a week.
Orange Hand mentions Zenith is following Omega and the Speedmaster business model.
right. Let's hope not, Orange Hand.
So I mean, they've been doing it. They've been doing it for years already. You know, with all the El Primeros.
Yeah, it's true. They're pumping out limited editions and small collections.
Now.
So that's all we have.
150 pieces, though.
It's just 150 pieces.
Yeah,
very small amount, though.
Selling themselves short.
That's a good point, Zippo. That's a very good point.
A batch of 350, 500, something a bit more than 150.
Yeah.
For a worldwide global market, 150 pieces is nothing really.
It's not even a thing.
Not when you're talking a watch under $10,000. It's not like they're releasing, a piece, a $50,000 piece for a $100,000 piece. Talking about a watch for $8,000. I mean, the 150 pieces is like a drop in the ocean, isn't it?
It's nuts. For just for the American market, they all disappear so fast.
Yeah.
Especially when you're talking about a piece which has actually got, in-house movement, got a story like Zenith has. I mean, they're not really backing themselves, are they?
No.
Well, I mean, the sad thing is this watch will be even more rarefied with such a small number, and the grey market prices will just sky. What was the price again for this? 8,000 or something?
Yeah, 8,700.
I feel like they're just going to milk it on the chrono and the eBay.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody gets hold of a few of them.
Yeah.
So they sit on them for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you're limited to either the Zenith boutique and or retailers in the United States and Canada, or on the Zenith e-boutique, US e-boutique.
Well, this also reminds me of... Sorry, James, go for it.
How many of these are under your bed, Clive?
How many are under my bed?
Yeah.
None, actually.
You rush out tomorrow to buy a couple, right?
No, I've got to wait for the COVID to keep spiking further before I can grab a few.
Rancher, you were never a huge El Primero fan, if I recall correctly. Did you ever have an El Primero?
Yeah, I've got one. I've literally got the nadir of Zenith in the El Primero, the classic Aero Fusion from like 2007, 2008.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what this watch has also just reminded me of? The original Hoya Monaco of 1970 or 69. What was it? 69, 68? Just that. It looks. I mean, the colors and everything. Look at the subdials.
Yep.
The subdials with black hands. Interesting.
That's true. That's very true.
The Steve McQueen, the actual Steve McQueen.
Yep. So that's all I have, or that's all that news-wise that we came up, but that NS something sent over. So
there was another interesting release this week that you might want to pull up, Zippo. Which is if you go to Revolution, the Octofissimo Bulgari GMT chronograph.
I'll find a link.
No, I'm going to officially do this later on, but I have a Wrangler of the Week, by the way.
Really?
Who's that, Clive?
James Reeson.
James.
What did he do?
What did he get?
The Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41 collection.
Collection.
Oh, nice.
Oof.
One of each collection.
Oh,
One of each. Very nice.
Wow. That's absolutely superb.
That's really slick.
Actually, I flipping Zippo. I'm trying to think. I could send you a picture, but I don't know how to contact you directly.
I'll send it
to flipping Zippo.
Hey.
I'll send it to. Sorry, Bluesy Buddha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I've just found a link for the Octo. I'll put that into the chat. I hope this is the right one. That'd be cool. I mean, I'd like to know what everyone's color choices would be if they had to pick up an OP now.
Yellow.
Racing green.
I would go
Racing
blue.
green and yellow. You go Tiffany. I'd go Tiffany.
I'd go Tiffany.
And Clive would go green.
He went green.
Yeah.
That's not the same. I mean, I'd go the whole collection, like what Clive's just said. I would put away the whole collection.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, every day of the week it is pretty nice. Dan saying none. Jamie says blue. Jeb says green.
Bleu.
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 So if you go to the very bottom, I don't know if was this the watch here? Octo, is this it? I don't know. This was the one.
That's not the one. No, it's actually a white face.
If you go down to the bottom of the, sorry, Flippin, if you go to the very bottom of it, you'll see I've put a link in there. I think that might be it. It's the Rake magazine. They covered it.
It's just been released. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty good, decent looking watch.
Okay.
Let's see. It's Octo Finissimo chronograph. There we go. Oops. Oh no! Gotta love our drop-down boxes. Scroll. There we go.
Okay.
We spoke about this a couple of days. I think the other week.
Yeah, this is it.
But this has a fully loomed dial, which is quite nice. Something we don't see often.
Yeah. Which is something you only really see. The fully loomed dials is something in most watches you only see on a white face.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty slick looking watch.
It's a nice looking chrono.
James, you complained the other week when I brought up the Maserati Octo Finissimo that the printing on the bezel. You complained about that.
I know.
You like this printing on the bezel.
Flippin', I just emailed you that picture that Clive sent.
I don't know what's come over me, Thomas.
It does look pretty good for a sporting chronograph. If you turn off the Octo Finissimo aesthetic and just look at the bezel and the dial, it does feel more like that blank space though at the top. They could have put tachymeter or something on there, graduate pulsations or whatever they want to put it there.
I have to say, I usually don't like Bulgari dials, regardless of the shape and the thinness of the watch. But I do like this white dial with
a really good balance.
The black. Yeah.
Yeah.
This titanium?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Check out the loom.
Thomas is right. I didn't like the last one when he brought it on, but this one just grabbed me for some reason.
That's the original. Look how light the subdials are. You can barely see them. And then we get to the more sport-oriented version.
Right.
I mean, this is something. What's 2016 Revolution? Yeah.
James, did they do this in collaboration with Waco, or is he just reporting on this?
No, I thought they did it in collaboration with him.
Well, you know what the difference is, right? Contrast.
Exactly.
Contrast.
It's very busy, but you can read the chronograph well.
It is busy, but you haven't got a lot of space to work with in this piece.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
It's true.
The one thing I think that they don't need is the tachymeter around the bezel.
Yeah, I must
they
say,
could live without that.
The dial is now expressive enough to not really need a tachymeter at all. You can read those subdials so easily because they're all accentuated.
Look how thin that is. Oh my goodness! Wow.
I mean, this watch is just so wearable, even for a bigger risk guy. I mean, it really is wearable. It's lightweight, it's strong, and look, I'm still with what Thomas says. I don't like the tachometer, but I mean, at the end of the day, you got to live with it, or you can replace it for a plain one.
That dial. That is really cool.
Yeah, that's nice loom dial.
I mean, yeah, look at that. Wow, look at that loom shot.
That's what just grabs me. I mean,
that speaks to 40s designs, 30s and 40s designs very much. It's great.
If you're on your boat for the weekend or whatever, this is the watch you want to have on. You know, this is the light. We don't feel like you're wearing a watch. You know, you sort of, you know, this is the watch.
It does look cool. I must say, I do like that balance. Now that you can actually see the subdials very easily, that tachometer is very cluttery. But otherwise, I mean, that you can see Octo Finissimo in the way that dial is done because it's fully loom now.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
tachometer still doesn't grab me, but
No.
I can forgive that sin for the rest of the watch.
These watches certainly have a ton of wrist presence.
Yeah, they do.
And they're comfortable and they're lightweight. I mean, it's taken me a long time to personally. I mean, I've been able to pick them up at reasonable prices on the grey market because they taken a long time for people to actually grab them, and you know, especially the ones with the rose gold indices and all the other things. So they have been very cheap on the grey market, but they didn't take off very fast, very quickly.
Well, it's probably hard for people to grab them because they're so thin.
That's true.
But I think from a guy's point of view, I think guys saw them as more as a female's watch, and saw them as very breakable and you know too thin for them and all that. But I think once people actually started to identify them, that they were pretty tough and rugged still, and very comfortable to wear, and they weren't so, I don't know, puncy as far as, you know. Once you actually started wearing one, they're actually and even for big wristed guys. I mean, I know a lot of guys who thought like I did about them, and then once they started getting them and wearing them, their view changed, and as did mine. But this watch, I think, is the best of the range.
What I find fascinating about this, when you compare it to its competitors like the integrated Nautilus and the APs and everything, I see this as high fashion watch. Fashion, I mean, as a watch that you would see someone wearing at Milan Fashion Week. It's that kind of statement piece. I would say greater of a statement piece next to the cliche APs and everything else we see today, worn by most.
Well, that's I've always seen this watch as a high fashion piece, not as a high horology piece.
The movements are amazing. I mean, some of the thinnest in the world, right? They still hold the record.
I remember. Didn't Piaget take it?
Piaget Altiplano thin. Yeah, I think they did. I think they did a couple of years back.
They did.
So, what do you think of this, Thomas? Would you wear this?
I'm with you, James. I don't like the bezel. I'm not a fan of the bezel. I'd go with an Octofinissimo, but not with that bezel.
Yeah, I think I would also take a standard with that titanium dial. I think is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just the bezel's too much.
Yeah,
I see this. I could see myself sitting on the boat at Monaco watching the Grand Prix, and this would be the watch I'd want to wear, where I'm not sort of bogged down for heavy watch. But then I wear, AP Royal Oak offshores, so I see this is a really casual, relaxing fashion watch as well.
Fashion watch. I love that term. It's interesting how we use that word in such a different way. Nixon's a fashion watch, but then this is also a high fashion watch, we could say, right?
Yeah, well, I guess it sort of is, because I don't see like weighing my wrist down, and it's like, it's a chrono. It's got the features that I would want at that particular time. At night time, it's got the loom. I mean, I love the loom. I mean, it's got the loom at night time. So that's what I see it. And each watch has a function for a certain thing you want to do in life.
Yeah.
So I think this is a really good release. But yeah, I would be exploring to try to get rid of that
tachymeter. Just taking it into the AD and saying, "Hey, can you swap it out for a standard bezel, please?"
I would be I'd be taking one off on my existing and doing it.
just get a case back tool, just pop it off.
Sandblast. Good. See you later, Chris. Take care. Thanks.
I'll see you, Chris.
Take care, Chris.
G'day, ABC.
Hey, ABC. What's up?
Hi, ABC. Okay. I put a few more links in the chat, Zippo. There are just a few that NS something brought to my attention. If you wanted to follow those up, there's
the first one.
The Chopard Skull Watch, which was one of them.
Before we go into that, I got the email. It's going to take me a few minutes to dig it up.
Yeah.
But
certainly
talk amongst yourselves and I will find it.
Nice.
Leopold.
Hey, bud. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you.
Wow. How cool is that?
Oh, wow. Look at that. Now, that is a lovely collection.
That is so cool. I must say, the set is more appealing than the individual watch. There's something about the set that does...
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
That deserves Wrangler of the Week for sure.
It does.
So is that a 36 set or is that a 41?
It's 41.
41, wow.
Yeah, that's the perfect set. That's a set that I would have. I think that is an amazing set.
I couldn't afford the set like you, James, but I'd go for the yellow or the blue or the turquoise blue. The turquoise.
I love the yellow. I'm with you, Thomas. I think the yellow is a great color. I love the turquoise. You've got me thinking about the I like the red as well. It's so hard. I like them all.
Yeah,
it's difficult. It's very difficult.
But I like the racing green the most of all of them.
Yes, Clive. You're getting your ego stroked there, Clive. It's
Take care, Design Atelier. Thanks for stopping by.
Nice to have you here.
Appreciate you watching.
Thanks for coming on.
Design Atelier.
Yes, bud. This is Clive's got a colleague who's
this is Clive's.
Just bought the whole set.
Do you want? Yeah, basically the idea is like, do you want the yellow? Do you want the blue? Do you want the green? Do you want the coral?
I want them all.
Yes. The answer was yes.
And took the whole lot.
So which one do you like the least? That should be good.
Least, I would have to say the silver dial.
I'd have to say the black dial, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm with Thomas on that because
I'm edging to black.
These are all about color. The whole point of these, for me, is that they're about color and not having a black dial. And
I just look at the series and I find it such a peculiar choice of colors, actually, because you look at top row, you look at the burnt yellow. Okay, that's fine. The burnt yellow and the green go very well together, but then the turquoise blue is just like so many tones above that. The coral red, also in that same kind of ballpark with the turquoise. Very interesting color palette they chose. It's not something that you would expect. I mean, there doesn't feel to be a clear relationship between all the colors they've used with these. They all seem to have different edges and different zones.
Exactly. I just want to welcome to the chat Dr. Bill Sanders from Watch Outside.
Watch Outside likes orange.
You okay, Bill? Good to see you.
Hello, Bill. Bill likes the coral red.
He does indeed.
I bet the silver. I've seen the silver in real life, and it's not really silver. It's more. It's
champagne.
But in the different lighting situations, it's sort of heading more to a grey, or even closer to the rhodium that Zippo likes. I mean, these watches change in different colors, in different daytime lighting. So, even looking at that photo now, that Tiffany blue looks different to how we've seen it in other photographs.
Right.
As does the yellow.
Actually, the color yellow. Okay, I'm not going to get too graphic, but let's just say I've changed a few diapers in my day.
So it reminds you, that gives you flashbacks. That gives you flashbacks, Clive.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like, God.
Well, that in that photograph, that looks like a bit of Coleman's mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's saying that,
or Keen's mustard,
but it's saying that the silver looks, different and looks better in pictures than it does in person. That in person the silver looks more like a champagne. So.
Yes.
See, and where they got it right with this line is everybody has their own opinion on it. We all like different.
We're all talking about a release now. This is more than a month after it's over, on a line that had been overlooked for so very long. So it's genius. It's genius on their part.
Yeah.
And a line, Bruce, as we keep saying, which we know the statistics of, which makes up 64% of Rolex's sales.
Is that women's sales? Sorry, I missed that.
No, 64. Well, the Datejust OP line is 64% of Rolex's sales.
Mm-hmm. That's nuts. That is crazy.
So they've just rebooted their biggest sales line.
Yeah.
And as Blue Shirt says, we're all talking about it still, and so it's very, very clever, very, very clever marketing.
And we got collectors going out and buying complete set of all the colors in one size. Now,
I'm still not a fan of the double batons. Can I just say that to everyone?
You can. The Rancher wasn't a fan of it either.
It just doesn't do it to me as much as some other references out there.
Have you seen one in real life though?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen any of the new OPs.
Okay, but I think if it was single batons, it would look a lot more off.
It would look more boring too.
I think the 39 with single batons, just look at the dial. The 39 with the single batons looked a lot better than this, but the color's going to make up for it.
Yeah, I'm with Clive. I agree.
That'd be nice if they had one watch that they could simply change the colors on. Just use one of them and
just one. Yeah. Just have
one
sample.
Colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the colors though. I really think that's sort of a neat thing.
Welcome, Bill.
Welcome to the show, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Thank you.
Good to have you on, man.
Yeah.
Question is how is this going to influence other manufacturers now? We're going to start seeing everyone sitting around tables saying, okay, now we need green, we need blue, we need yellow. We spoke about it a couple of shows back, but I feel like it's going to happen even more with rival companies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were saying that green is the new blue. Blue was really popular for a few years, and now I guess green is. I like this. I really like the idea of having, you can get any color that you want. Wasn't there a watch company or something that you had?
Yes.
Maybe it was the bezels that they changed, and you could just change them all around.
Interchangeable. There were a few micro brands I think that were quite popular with doing it. You could swap out.
Yeah, there has been. Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I can picture it. I can picture the brand.
Mint. I've seen those, and it's not so much. Yeah, you can change straps, bezels. I forget what else. I saw them a while back. Mint watches. They're kind of interesting. Not super expensive.
Oh, did you want to move on to the other watches? Are we still on?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Those Ulysse show pods are really nice.
They are.
I've been looking at them a lot actually. On the grey market, you can get such good deals.
This is a bit of an oddball release. This one, it's a collaboration with Taylor Kiton, with the Taylor Kiton, and it's launched during Mexican Watch for Salon International Alta Riata Mexico.
It's not another de Bethune, is it? Like
no,
last show.
It's a dial decorated with a motif inspired by the Dia de Muertos, which is a Mexican festival that celebrates the dearly departed. And it's a skull watch, which is dressed in a calavera,
the Day of the Dead.
A decorated depiction of the skull used during the Day of the Dead. And 2 years ago, once again for the Chopard decked out its top-of-the-line LUT perpetual calendar with tourbillon in the Day of the Dead deco that was hand-engraved on the dial and case. And this watch is priced at just shy of $10,000.
Well, there are a lot of drug lords in Mexico, so there's probably demand.
Yeah, I think the cartels can afford it.
To 100 pieces, so it's quite an interesting watch. I thought
it is very interesting. You can wear it one day of the year for the Day of the Dead.
Exactly, celebratory.
Yeah,
I do like how they've integrated the name with the moustache. I like it's pretty good.
I like that. Yeah, I thought it was quite nice.
And the missing tooth, what's that about?
I'm not too sure. It's obviously one of the
aesthetics.
One of the masks used in the.
That means you've been visited by the cartel as a warning.
I do like the depth to it. I'm wondering if there is any kind of added depth to the dial, or if it's all flat, because those eyes look very expressive. I do like that, and how they work with the minute marks on the outside.
Yeah, it's quite interesting actually. I'd wear it.
Difficult to read.
Very
those gold accents.
Yeah, pretty difficult to say.
Where's the crown?
I don't know. They lost it. Fell out.
Yeah.
Oops.
Kind of looks like it.
There it is.
Yeah.
They must have tried to pull out the crown to stop it as they were taking the photograph, and they pulled the whole stem out and thought, nah, whatever. It's okay. They won't notice. Let's just use this.
Come on, guys, get with the program. It's a Day of the Dead watch, so the watch is dead when they pulled the crown out.
Does the watch even work? That's the question. Very good point.
Well, it's different.
Sure is.
What do you think, Thomas?
I like it. I like this watch. It's quirky. I like it. It's an interesting sort of. It reminds me of something from a James Bond film, a sort of like a cartoon character from a James Bond cartoon. You know. Yeah, something that has that James Bond feel about it. That sort of.
You've got too many holes in it.
Don't do that.
Thank you, Archie.
Where did he come from?
Soundboard, I know, are we?
Yeah, I like this watch as well. I'd wear it.
Yeah.
They're just awful, pungent watches.
Oh dear.
Soundboard is just. I must say, I do laugh at that very often.
Who's got the soundboard?
The Minotaur Taunter.
Yes, of course. Both versions 1 and 2.
Shall we jump to the Panerai?
Yeah, we can jump to the Panerai now, and it's a bit of a letdown, this Panerai, for me, to be honest with you.
That's surprising, because I know how you love Pam's, Thomas.
Yeah, I do love Panerai, but this is the 6th Panaristi celebration edition, and 6 editions ago, the Panaristi were arguably the most fanatical watch forum dedicated to Panerai.
Right.
And the first Panaristi edition, the PAM 195 of 2003, sold out in an instant, but they've just overdone it for me on this. I just don't think that they should have put this Panaristi 2002 on the front of the dial.
On the dial? If you want, put it on the back of the watch, maybe?
Exactly, Blue. I mean, it could have been such a nice watch without this Panaristi 2002 on the dial.
I don't know why so many companies aim to do that with their pieces. Are they trying to make them unsellable? Is that like the aim? I mean, it's just like, just recently there was what was that Hodinkee swatch release, and they actually have Hodinkee printed on the dial. As far as I know, that's the only thing that they've ever done to have that kind of. It's just doesn't.
Or even like we make fun of Omega a lot with with their James Bond stuff. At least with the exception of one watch, any of the James Bond branding, they stick it on the back.
Stick it on the back. No one wants to see that every time they look at the watch.
Absolutely.
Right, but you're right, Thomas. This Panerai thing right on the dial, underneath the hands.
Yeah, it spoils the watch completely.
There's actually a .com. There's actually a .com extension on that crown there on the right hand side. I mean, why would you do that? Do you need to remind the owner of a Panerai watch that he needs to go to this website to look at?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed with this. In fact, I actually don't really like the case or the crown on it either.
I do like the tropical effect. It was pretty nice.
What'd be what? A Nambla dial maybe, or?
Back in the day, James, you were a big Panerai collector, correct?
Absolutely.
It's the Panerai collector.
That was one of my. I had more had straps and everything, but I liked the Panerais that had the crown guards. I didn't really like this style of Panerai.
You didn't like the Radimers?
Yeah, I didn't really like the Radimers. I had them, but I liked the other types. But this is not bad. But I mean that dial is. I like the dial on it, but they really wrecked it.
The tobacco color does look nice.
Oh, I love the color. The color tone is definitely me. The band's me.
Yeah.
Is this a sandwich dial again with the loom underneath?
Looks like
it.
What does Flip and Zippo think about the tobacco dial?
Oh, I love it. Everything about this I like, except for the bloody .com on it.
.com. Who can put .com on their dial? I mean, what?
Yeah.
Terrible, isn't it?
I mean, surely in today's age, we're over the fact of putting .coms on everything. I mean,
a little bit beyond that, yeah. It's true.
You guys are just too old. It's for millennials. I understand it.
So we've seen enough of the Panerai model, I think.
I'm sorry about that, Thomas. Sorry that you're disappointed.
We can skip on to the next one, which is a really nice watch. The Powlin
Neo.
Founded by the Powlin sisters in 2013, the descendants of Scottish sculptor George Henry Powlin. This is a lovely watch.
The Neo.
It's the Neo, yes. It's
Neo, where are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Is it Neo's watch?
Glasgow-based sisters, these are, and they're using an Ordained movement by the Scottish watchmaker, Ordained.
Nice.
Best known facts, accessibility and priced enamel dials. But they're lovely colours, these. I mean, we've talked about the Rolex colours, and we talked about colours in the past, and these dial colours are just great.
You know, this is what Bauhaus should be about. This is what Nomos should be trying to do with their pieces in many ways. They should have experimental models like this with colors and different hands, and this is fun.
Oh, they weren't using
they're aiming towards the college crowd and then giving them nothing to.
I hate it.
They weren't using Ordained movements. They're using Seiko NH35As. So these are going for £395. These, which are absolutely great price.
That date window.
I hate the date window. It's either
that's a killer.
Just don't have a date. For God.
Right.
There we go. There we go.
That's Neo's personal favorite. He was telling us that he liked the purple one.
That is nice.
Because we were on top of him. We were like, you have to get this watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, purple looks alright actually. I mean, it's not often I would say a purple watch looks good, but this purple looks alright.
And Ordained does their own enameling, if I remember right. So this is all in-house enamel dial that they put on it. Yeah, I mean, some brands, I mean, just that, for example, when I think of Nomos, I think they could be so adventurous with their use of type ace and lines and lots of opportunity. That date window.
Yeah,
it's troubling.
It's close.
You notice these watches are all taken. They're all taken isometrically. They're not taken face on, for the reason that you're going to expose that date window.
Do you think the actual hands and second hands are proportional?
They look a little bit squale, I'll admit. But I do like the colors. I think the colors look great. Not so sure about the gray. That would probably appear on the dial quite a bit. The running seconds looks good. They do look a bit squale. I'll admit that. It's important. Not bad. It's nice to see a bit of adventure for a change.
Yeah. The hands are a little short, and I think the major, missed opportunity here was the date wheel. They just they missed it.
I think they got. Sorry.
Just saying the purple style with the other colors in there might.
If they would have moved the rest of the hands, the numerals and the indices in where it matched the date wheel, I think that'd be a better choice.
Yeah.
Hey, JCB, welcome.
Oh, hey, man.
You joined us.
JCB.
Yeah, JCB joining us all the way from Australia.
It's like 6 in the morning where you guys are at the moment.
If you can, JCB.
Not bad. I do like I do prefer this first gen, whatever this model is, over the more experimental ones. That date window just ruins it for me. It's sad.
Now, do you think that's because we know a little bit about horology, or do you think the average Joe Schmo wouldn't be affected by it?
I don't know.
I think the hands would stand out at first glance.
Yeah, it's strange. It has this swatch kind of aesthetic around it.
It does.
But I do really enjoy that the way they've done the dial layout is quite unique. I don't know. It's a good point, Clive, about the date. If it would stand out to the regular person. I guess the bonus is... Sorry, go for it, James.
I don't think the date would stand out, but I think the legibility of the hands would.
Yeah. I don't know so much about that minute hand. It looks like it would disappear quite easily.
Yeah. Although I have to say that mustardy kind of yellow color is kind of nice. Interesting. Yeah.
Is that an acrylic or a sapphire crystal? Does anyone know?
Looks acrylic to me.
Yeah, it does.
I was going to say, especially at that price point.
What are we talking price point wise? £300 or something, I think Thomas said.
395, I believe.
Okay.
So it's a $500 US watch with an NH35 in it.
It's a little bit steep.
You can get a lot of micro brands for the 500 US mark, which it's not anything specially priced.
No.
Mm-hmm. You can get a lot of well-known brands on Jomer's shop for that 500 US price.
Well, that grey one's quite nice.
The art crowd aesthetic, though.
Yeah, for sure. This is for the graphic designer.
Yeah.
I think the graphic designer would love this.
The next topic was one that actually crossed my path on the live stream last night on the Clive stream, which was a topic that Zippo brought to my attention, which was he loved the Superocean. He loved the Breitling Superocean, and it got me thinking about watches with mesh bracelets.
Nice.
And so I jotted down a few of those for you, Zippo. And if you want to follow through those,
PloProf first.
We can talk about some watches with mesh bracelets.
Oh,
awesome!
I got one I can add in. One that I've been keeping my eye on.
So I started with the most expensive, and this is of course the.
I'm getting Squale flashbacks.
This is of course the PloProf.
Your retribution, your revenge, James.
This is of course the PloProf 1200, which is 4,000 feet.
Yeah, titanium. a monster.
That's a beautiful watch.
Grade 5 titanium. This is a 55 millimeters wide by 48 millimeters, using the caliber 8912 anti-magnetic
proprietary. Just say in-house.
Grade 5 titanium for case and clasp, and it's a monster of a watch.
Yeah.
Love this watch.
I mean, I wear watches on my right wrist, but I would totally get that crown digging in if I could wear it. I would still wear it on my right wrist with that crown sticking in. It's very slick.
Yeah, it's just I've got an older version of this. This is just a great watch. It's a classic.
I'd like to know Bill's thoughts on this, actually, because Bill is an aesthetic file. It'd be nice to hear his take on the PloProf and what he thinks. I think most of us have shared our opinions on the aesthetics of the PloProf, and yeah. If Bill is with us.
Absolutely horrid.
That's not Bill.
That wasn't Bill?
No, it wasn't me.
Well, if it's absolutely horrid, you can go on to the next watch.
No, I don't
I didn't watch it.
We all dig them.
The watch is great.
Now, those are the ones I was talking about having a different bezel. Are those bezels interchangeable?
No.
They're not, huh? It's
No.
too bad.
Would be cool. It'd be a nice idea. If there was another button somewhere else on the case, you could just pop off a bezel.
Yeah. Boy, those are expensive for that kind of watch.
They are, Bill. Yeah, they're a tool watch,
a real tool.
They're an industrial watch, a really hardcore industrial watch, though.
Yeah. When we talk about tool watches, these could really be used in any environment for anything. It's not just for show, which I really like. You could really beat the snot. You could probably survive a nuclear fallout with this thing on, and it would still work perfectly.
Well,
if a shark comes at you, you can knock a shark on the head with it.
Oh yeah, take them out.
Yeah, they could have the Homer Simpson model that you could wear in a nuclear plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the case as well.
And these are all super anti-magnetic as well, so I'm pretty sure they could withstand crazy resistance. Yeah. We've spoken enough about the PloProf. It's nice, very nice piece.
So the PloProf, I mean, we're going to another Omega, which is of course uses the mesh bracelet, and that's of course the No Time to Die, which is the
another great watch.
Another
it's a bit of a lightweight in comparison to this one, Thomas. You can really even feel it on your wrist. So you don't even know you're wearing the No Time to Die watch.
Absolutely, but it's using a Milanese bracelet again. I mean, these bracelets have become a real fashionable accessory in current years. I mean, they really are becoming as you can see, why Omega have used it on this watch. I mean, it's something that's a trend at the moment, which is the Milanese bracelet, or the
probably one of the best bracelets. Probably one of the best shark mesh bracelets I've actually come across is this one.
Would you call it a shark mesh or would you call it Milanese? I mean, I think when I think shark mesh, I think the way the links are done slightly different to this style. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
A little tighter weave.
Yeah. I feel the shark mesh is a bit more airy in a way. The links are bigger.
The shark mesh was on the PloProf, which was a grade 5 titanium, and this is a grade 2 titanium bracelet and case on the Seamaster. It's using the caliber 8806.
Yeah,
with the anti-magnetic, and it's
I'm sure I heard somewhere. Sorry,
7,880 pounds. This one, and it's titanium on titanium again. It's 42 millimeters. 55 hours power reserve. And
sorry to interrupt you there, Thomas. I've heard that the bracelet is something like grade 2, and the case is grade 5. I think there was some discrepancy around that. I don't know if that's true or not.
The case is grade 2 as well on this one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I really didn't know. But for 7.5, it's pricey. But I guess it's down. I think it's down to the titanium. They charge quite a bit.
And the licensing to have Bond on it.
Yeah, Bond licensing.
And of course,
Bond
they made a big deal about Daniel Craig himself was personally involved.
Yes, he held the thing and said, "This is nice," and then they said, "Ooh," took a photo, and they're
And
like,
they showed him some sketches and said, "What do you think?" He goes, "Yep, I signed that off."
"Yeah."
I do like this watch a lot. And
I like it a lot.
I like it on the mesh bracelet. It's really nice.
I feel they have
like
so
a
much
NATO alternative.
Yeah. I feel like there's so much opportunity with this to go back to those original MODs from back in the day, and really dig deep and make one of those again. Bring that out again. This watch has that perfect template for that piece to come out again. But I guess
it's a nice watch. I quite like the 14er on it. To be honest with you, I quite like that. It's just skeletonized hands. They need to fill them in with loom.
They do.
Yes,
they do. That's the
problem
one.
with the Omegas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Skeletonized hands. It just is the thing that just is the biggest turn off on Omegas.
Yeah.
What's a bigger turn off? Skeletonized hands or snowflake hands?
Ooh,
skeletonized hands, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Much prefer snowflake hands to skeletonized hands.
Yeah, good point.
Well, I like neither, but I definitely would go with snowflake over skeletonized.
I mean, you can see them a lot easier. I mean, hell, they glow, so they're fully loomed.
Now that would make sense. Skeletonized hands, if it was like a chronograph or something.
Yes, diving chrono.
But on a dive watch, really?
Well,
That's true.
We can go away from a dive watch and take £1,000 off the price and go to the next link, which is a Breitling Navitimer B01 Pan Am. If you want to go to that, Zippo.
Pan Am.
Yeah, it's a Pan
Interesting.
Am. It's released in April 2019. It was Pan Am. It's a logo printed on the exhibition case back. And it's quite a nice watch, this one,
Hey, this is pretty cool. I was thinking red, white, and blue. Knew it was going to come up. That's quite nice.
Yeah, it's 43 millimeters. It's 14.25 thick. It's using the B01 movement, which is a 70-hour power reserve. It's quite a nice watch, actually.
It's a very nice watch. I like it.
How do you read that sliding scale now with all those colors there? That makes your life even more difficult. What do you prefer, Blue Shirt? Do you prefer this over the El Primero that we saw earlier?
No, I like the El Primero better.
El Primero, definitely.
Yeah, but I couldn't wear the El Primero at 37 mils.
True.
And to be honest with you, I like the. I mean, yes, the 37 mils is a little small, but the version of this watch that I like better than the Pan Am is the TWA. The red and the white, that I think looks absolutely outstanding.
They have a TWA.
They do.
My
that one
gosh.
also has the morning, I think, right?
I think you need to repeat it, so I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry, Clyde?
I think the TWA also has some orange in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll just keep my Avenger, thanks. I think it's a great watch.
Yeah, they are cool. Avengers are cool.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to see which there you can see
Swiss Air.
Swiss Air. He also
Jeez.
uses a millimeter bracelet for the Swiss Air.
Oh, Swiss Air. That'd be good too.
Geez, so they have partnerships with. Do they have all the airlines?
Ooh.
That's smart, isn't it?
That's much better.
That's my style.
Another picture coming at you, Blue Shirt.
Okay.
I must say that is. I find that a lot more. That's more legible. I mean, you can read that
Definitely.
that dial a lot easier.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot more legible, that dial, isn't it?
Yes.
10,000. What was that Canadian dollars into dollars? What are we talking?
Well, into pounds, that's £6,980.
Gee,
So it's a lot of money.
wow.
Convert 10,000
Yeah,
Canadian to
you've forgotten about the 30% you're going to get off from just asking in the boutique.
True.
$20.21.
Okay, 76. That's not horrid, I guess.
I mean, you can go to the next link, Zippo. You can check out that as well. which is
47 joules. That's amazing.
Yeah, they do a good job, Breitling. They really are going to. We're going to see some big things from them in coming years, I reckon.
Yeah, 70-hour power reserve.
Yeah,
very good.
I emailed you, Zippo.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm really digging this brand. I find their divers quite something unique.
Makes me
Ulysse
think
Nardin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a bit like the Bond watch when you see the Milanese bracelet on it. It's the Ulysse Nardin Diver 42. This is, of course, 42 millimeters. It's a 300 water resistant using the UN caliber UN 816. It's a stainless steel case instead of titanium, and it's 42 hours power reserve. The watch also has the GPS coordinates of the manufacturer printed on the dial.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird quirk. It is a very weird quirk.
Weird one, that one, isn't it?
Yeah,
the case individually numbered on the side as well, and has a date at 6 o'clock. It's 42 hours power reserve, and it's 5,900 pounds. This one, which is a bit lower than the Navitimer.
I think I love the story behind the brand more than anything. You know, their history in navigational clocks in their old ships back in the day. I do like how that all works into, and the coordinates, that was always a big thing, you know, finding longitude is a very nice callback there. The aesthetics also pretty cool.
I think this watch needs UlysseNardin.com on the dial.
That would just complete it, right?
and the hashtag for the Twitter account, right?
Oh, no. Instagram handle, everything. You got it all.
Yeah, on the side of the watch.
Right? Yeah, there's so much space there. It's fantastic. Think about it. You have all the little social media handles, little logos, instead of this.
And on the class, they can put their Instagram hash handle.
Hashtag.
No, and hashtag not a block paint bath escape.
Yeah.
Not in all caps.
That's funny.
Well, we can go to a chronograph next if you want, Zippo, which I know you're a chronograph man.
Zippo is a very big chronograph man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which is
the pictures in the email, I don't know if they're still coming in or what, but
that's right.
I'll have to check in a bit here.
The next one after the Ulysse Nardin was the IWC Portofino on a Milanese bracelet.
These are getting very popular recently.
The deployment class on the Milanese, it's got the caliber 75320 automatic, which is a 44 hours power reserve. It's the IWC say that this watch takes its design cues from the 1960s.
I personally think IWC still haven't moved with the times. They're still living in their past glory. I think they haven't really caught the speed with the design language of the
current
watch arena. Yeah, I think they've lost. IWC were good back in the day when they were doing their pilot watches and their Top Guns and all that. But I don't think they've moved their Portuguese and Portofinos and all their watches they're doing now. They the indices and the small hands and they just haven't caught up with what the market is demanding these days. Even their pushers, the crowns. That's just my personal view, and their prices reflect they're just not competitive in the market anymore. And they've got so many products.
Yeah,
that's my personal view. They're great. They're cheap on the second-hand market, and so they should be. But I just don't think they've caught up.
I mean, their most popular watches are the Spitfires and the Mark 11, or some Mark 12s, Mark 15s, big pilots. They've got a lot more to offer.
Miramars, I've got some IWCs and back from the heyday, but I just wouldn't touch one of the even though I think they've been starved for 5 years.
Yeah.
Or more.
Well, we can go on to if you've had enough of the IWC, we can go on to the brand which Zippo was after last night, which was the Superocean Heritage.
You put a nail. You put a nail in that coffin, James.
Which is
Your final nail. You really ended that one off.
Well, is anybody here looking at buying an IWC in the short?
I'd love one. Absolutely love one.
I like IWC, to be honest with you. I like the watches that they do. I think they do some nice watches. I quite like the Portuguese, to be honest with you.
I like the looks of IWCs and the Portuguese, Thomas. I like that too. But the thing I don't like about IWC is that it's sort of like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You don't know what and the same thing with Breitling. You can't trust them. And to tell you the truth, I don't trust either one of them. And because of that, and if they're not going to be truthful about exactly what's in their watches,
I mean, wasn't there this huge? Why
bother with them? Hi, Flippin'. I can see your face. No, I don't know. Now maybe that's my personal thing. That really just bugs me. And it's one thing, Bruce. You're going to like to hear this. This is one of the things I like about Rolexes. I mean, you get a Rolex, you know what you're getting, and one of these other things, I don't know why more people don't jump on their case because of that. But apparently, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to pop in. Anyway,
No.
The whole point of this is
to have you pop in, Bill.
Yeah.
I think Breitling has gotten better, and now that they have, some of their own movements that they've developed, with Tudor, and I think they're going away from and even IWC has now put some of their in-house movements in some of their watches.
Well, what they've done though is they ruined their own reputation. IWC had a great reputation.
They did,
and then they started putting in, and people say, "Oh, well, ETA movements are great." I agree, and if they are, why not say so?
Right?
Is that this is the reason is they can do it less expensively, and then they try to charge the high horology prices.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, and like I said, Bruce, you're going to like this. That's one thing about Rolex, and they all ought to be that way. And every one of them, even some that I like, I get mad at when they do that.
Got to say, you have to feel sorry for some of these brands that are, the top brands that come to our minds when we think about them. And then these other brands that have just kind of worked their way down where people aren't even looking at them anymore much.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, guys, I really would like to stay longer, but I got to run. So, and I want to thank you, and I hope to be on time next week if I can.
No worries. Thanks for joining us, Bill.
You too.
Lovely talking.
Always a pleasure.
Cheers, Bill.
Speaking about untruthful and untrustworthy, I was thinking about Archie Luxury, but that's right.
Who's that?
The Manure. But actually, I don't think it's Shark Mesh. So go ahead. Never mind. Sorry, I'm catching up.
There's some really good examples of that engineer.
This is the one that Zippo brought up. I don't know whether he'd be going for the rainbow dial, but this is the Heritage Limited Edition.
Gay Pride, no.
Yeah.
But this pays tribute to the 1957 Superocean and its cool, laid-back surfing lifestyle of the 60s, so they say.
What?
The Breitling Caliber 10 self-winding using the 42 hours power reserve. It's a limited edition of 250 pieces, and it's 42 millimeters, 100 meters water resistant, concave bidirectional ceramic bezel. And it's
a very interesting bezel. As I think mentioned, Rohit says saucer pan. You can drink tea out of it. Yeah, it caves inwards.
Yeah.
Now, does the rainbow...
I like the rainbow. I like the rainbow look.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I quite like it. Yeah.
The Crayola. I don't know what they call it. Crayola. The pastel color. I don't know what the name is.
Watch.
It's like having 7 Rolexes in one watch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does the bezel, is it only the one in the rainbow edition that goes both ways?
Oh, Clive.
Boom, boom.
That's the win of the show, I think. That is the number one.
That is the line.
I mean, what's sad is that when I was doing some research to do a a discussion around reissue dive watches and didn't even know that this piece existed. Not the rainbow, the standard that I wanted to include in the video. And seeing it, I was quite surprised because there wasn't any headlines that I caught around it, and quite a eye-catching. The standard model, I guess the rainbow is also eye-catching in another way.
Model you can click on below Zippo if you want. You can right at the bottom.
I really do enjoy the aesthetic of the standard with the crazy quarters and the strange, there's hour hands, and it's just
funny. I thought the rainbow one would be closer to the bottom.
First, makes a good point that Breitling ADs are cool, least snotty and uppity salesman. And it is true. When you go into a Breitling boutique, you really get the red carpet. You get treated really well.
You are royalty.
You get the follow-up phone call. You get the follow-up handwritten note when they really do make an effort to really give you the royal treatment. Unlike a Rolex boutique who don't even want your name or number.
Yeah, it's sad. Isn't it funny how that works? When you get the more attention you get, the least interested you are. The less attention you get, the more interested you are. It's anything in life.
Would you go for this watch? Is this the one for you, do you think?
I honestly, when I tried it on, it's just too blingy for me. It's cool. I love it, but wearing it in real life wouldn't really suit me so much.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, but it is cool.
I reckon Zippo is a mega guy.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, I like Breitling. I like a lot of Breitling, not everything.
The aesthetic is nice. I find it so these quirky watches. They always speak to me. Yeah. Something about the time period, 1950s. They didn't know what they were doing.
The next one was an interesting one because it's a 1970s watch, which was the.
How cool is that?
Oh, we're going on to Calgary. We're going to Breitling dealers in Calgary.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the mall.
It's pretty good having that simple, easy to reach store locator. Not bad.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, their marketing is really good.
Yeah.
So the next one was the Eterna Heritage Supercon Tiki.
I think I buggered everything up, and I think I lost all the private chats.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
The Eterna Kentucky is a great watch.
Yep, this is really cool.
And it's not that expensive either, is it, Thomas?
No.
I don't believe they are. The Kentucky? No, it's not.
That's a fantastic looking watch. It's got a bit of 70s style about it as well, hasn't it?
Yeah. Fun. Fun is important.
Thank you.
Jeez, we have lots of links in this private chat. It's insane. You've been busy, Thomas. This is amazing.
He's the best.
Yeah. That's what I love about these shows is that I can just hop in and just chat and not have to do any preparatory work. It's a really nice change of pace.
We're just happy to have you, ID guy.
Oh,
thank you.
You're too kind.
Yeah,
but you could bring some research next week out there, guy. You all right? rather than Nixon. I mean, he really went below. Nixon is the only thing
way below
this week.
Way below the belt.
Nixon. Jeez. That's real high horology stuff.
Oh, I mean, Squale was one thing. We really have scraped it now.
I mean, you really bring the show to the real bottom of horology, don't you?
The low end, yep. You have to go high and low. It's like with anything in life.
Next week you'll be bringing us to Fossil or Diesel or something.
No, I'm thinking more. What's that brand? It'll come to me. Daniel Wellington. I want to look at them because I think they offer a lot of bang per buck, value for money. Some of the best.
Ouch.
Oh, this watch! I know this watch. I've got this watch. This is a fantastic watch.
Awesome.
Looks interesting.
Is the color got to do with any kind of special occasion? Is it for an anniversary or something?
I'm not sure. This is a great watch.
It's on a mesh bracelet. If you scroll further down, Zippo.
Yeah, it comes with two. It comes with two. It comes with a mesh bracelet and a NATO and a what do you call it? A tropical strap.
I've never seen this configuration before.
Yeah,
this looks like an anniversary or something.
Yeah, this is a brilliant watch.
Color match date wheel. I like it already.
Yep.
I must say, legibility-wise, it's quite difficult with the. Is that black loom? Can that actually? I think probably it is.
So this is a Supercon Tiki. Was originally used by the IDF, which is the Israel Defense Force, and was a collector's item. And the original release was 3,300 in 2010, but this PVD version came out more recently. It's 44 millimeters, 200 meters water resistance, and uses ETA 2824-2.
Nice.
As produced by Turner, which of course they were.
That's
ETA.
awesome.
They were ETA at Turner, weren't they?
That's awesome. That's one way. That's one way to give the middle finger to everyone else in the world. Keep your movements in house. That's funny.
No, this is. I mean, I just got this recently. It was very well priced.
And is that actually black loom?
Yeah, it's loom. That's loom.
Orange loom, I believe.
Yeah, it was in the Discord recently.
That's really cool.
Very interesting.
Why is that date wheel not the industry standard?
That's exactly my point, Flippin'.
Why isn't it at the 3?
At 6 o'clock. And
6 o'clock and color matched.
Yeah.
I know it's wrong. It shouldn't be that way. It needs to be white and in your face, on a black dial. I think it looks. I find there's something wrong here. They've made a mistake. Should we actually contact them and say, "What are you doing?
Are you serious?
Are you trying to?" No, I'm joking. Are you trying to alienate your audience with a well-matched date window on the dial? It's great. I think it looks awesome.
What's the price they have on the website for this, Thomas?
The price? I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the price on this one. I know that it was $3,300 when it came out in 2010, but I don't know how much this PVD version is.
I paid $600 for it a few months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
That is.
So yeah, that was like
second hand, will it?
Sorry?
Was that second hand or was that new?
No, brand new.
Wow.
New old stock. Exactly what you got on the screen. $600 US.
Is that like a sail ship or something? It looks like it's got a sail. It has the Eternal logo. Is that where the name came from or something? Is that the name of an old vessel from yore? I don't know. Some kind of like a Viking ship, or I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's really nice watches, so I love it. I
think the cases, the case really does speak to me.
I love it. The next watch will be one that Blue Shirt's familiar with, but is in a PVD format.
Mm-hmm. I just looked this up because it reminded me of the story. The Kontiki was a 1947 journey by raft across the Pacific Ocean from South America to Polynesian islands.
Thank you for that.
Led by a Norwegian explorer, Thor Heyerdahl.
I guessed Viking ship. That's quite impressive.
So you were close.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Just off by several hundred years.
1,000 years.
Yeah. Longines, Legend Diver, great watch.
This comes in a PVD coated case. This is a £2,230, as you can see. This one, it's a 42 millimeters Blue Shirt nose. It's a 300 meter water resistant using the caliber L888, which I don't know. Is that some sort of ETA version?
Yeah, it's ETA based.
Yeah,
nice.
So it's got an inner rotating bezel, and it's 64 hours power reserve on this one.
Yeah, they tweak it and so that they can say that only Longines uses this particular version of it, but it's an ETA base. Great watch. My only complaint with this is even for my 7.5-inch wrist, the lugs are really long.
The lug length.
Yeah. From the wingspan of the watch is really it's like 52 or 53 millimeters. If they had trimmed it down by a millimeter or two, it would be much better. But it's a fantastic watch, nice and thin.
The aesthetic is so nice. I mean, those quarters, the compressor bezel inside there, everything looks like it's been planned properly.
Yep.
And Clive is not on with us, but does anyone else want to take a shot of that famous word that he uses?
Contrast.
Yeah.
Contrast. I keep forgetting that word.
Yeah, it's a lovely watch. Really nice watch. This, I love it.
We're getting some static.
Look at this one too, then.
Yeah. The skin diver is even more popular.
Skin diver even comes on a mesh bracelet as well.
Yep.
Does it?
Tropic strap.
Yep. I was mighty tempted to pick this one up.
But it also has a crazy lug length. Hey, it's probably the same.
It does.
Yeah.
That's the only drawback.
I don't like the watches that have crazy lug length when you've got such a margin between the watch head and the band. It looks
it's so unnecessary. Yeah, it just doesn't need to be. It's like it was an oversight. I mean, these original watches
shows poor design.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these original watches were like 36 mils. So it's almost like they've just put this in a CAD machine, scaled it up to 42 mils, and just left it without considering, proportion.
And then you've also got a smaller bezel on it as well, which puts that out of proportion as well.
Yeah. Nice looking piece though. Got to say, nothing, and no date window, nothing ruining the proportions or symmetry.
No date version.
I'm so getting over having dates on watches. I mean,
it's good. I feel that's how I've always felt, James. That's me every day of the week. It's something nice to have on occasion, like on a certain model, but overall, I mean, in general.
So you think about it, most high-end pieces don't have dates.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you've got a phone, as most of us say. We've got a phone. You can just check the date there.
The next watch on a Milanese bracelet, which was the Junghans Max Bill automatic, which is not a diver, but
Bauhaus.
More a dress watch. Yeah, Bauhaus
in the middle of our street.
It's a very, very, very fine house.
Yeah, it was the Max Bill automatic. This one comes in at €1,145. It's 38 millimeters. It's a unisex watch, so they say. It's 300 meters water resistant, hardened convex anti-reflective glass. And from the 30s, Junghans began to fit movements to their own design and manufacture to wristwatches. At the beginning of the 50s, Junghans' long-standing relationship with Max Bill formed, and with it, the Max Bill kitchen clock took its place in the brand's illustrious history. And for a while, its history, Junghans were the biggest watch and clock manufacturer at the time, apparently. So,
I'll be right back, guys.
They're nice watches, but I think Zippo would probably break that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Like I do, I like the design. I like the simple layout and everything. It's
just not rugged enough for you.
Yeah, it just looks like it's ready to shatter.
Hi, Showcase. You well?
Good to have you, Showcase.
Hey, Showcase.
Hey, James. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I just find these so boring, and it's wrong for someone who does design to talk about this. This is what everyone loves, the simplicity of things in the design space, especially. But just there's so many nicer watches out there to be wearing. It's just so plain. It's too plain.
Too plain for you. You want a bit more? Do you want a bit more color ID, guy?
No, just a completely different watch. Honestly,
did ID guy say it's plain like he likes?
I just find them so.
If you want a bit more color, we can go on to the next watch.
It puts me to sleep. That's wrong. You can't be saying that about the watch, but it just does.
You can go on to the next watch then for a bit more color.
Oh no! What do we have? Mida. Oh, this would be good. We know what's coming up next. Or Mido. I always get that name wrong.
It's Mito, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mido, I think. Yeah.
Mito, yeah.
This is the Ocean Star Decompression Timer 1961.
Ah, sensational watch.
Fun. Real fun.
What happened? Who dropped out?
Don't tell me
Zippo left us.
I think
again.
Zippo left us. Don't tell me he's lost the links again.
And Blue Shirt's
Where's
gone
Clive?
too.
Fucking hell.
Have you lost the links again now, Zippo?
Yeah, sorry.
No.
Where's Clive gone?
It's all gone pear-shaped. Where's discount? We didn't know that it's gone pear-shaped.
Do you want me to post the links again, Zippo?
Please, yeah. This one, I got the Mito.
Nice.
Just uno
The
momento.
Mito.
It's amazing how many mesh bracelets there are.
The Mito is just a brilliant watch. I think everybody who's had their hands on one would agree.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And look at all those colors. I mean, we've just seen the yellow. It's how crazy is that? We just looked at the Rolex OPs. Yellow, green, pink, coral red, turquoise. Maybe they use this as their inspiration. The bastards.
This is just the best value for money. I think Megan got hers for like 800 or something US.
That's awesome. Steal.
I mean,
Well, that's brand new. If you wait a year or so, I'm sure they're going to be much, much cheaper.
Now,
I mean, it comes with three straps. I mean, it's just like a wooden box, and it's got all the tools. This thing is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going for £940, as you can see in the corner. So it's a very good deal.
I mean, this is a watch. If you're a watch lover, I think you've got to have.
Does make you
feel like
Mido caliber 80 in it, which is an ETA C007.621. I don't know what that is.
I see.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Junior Johnson says it's a limited edition. They only made 1,900 and something of them.
Yeah,
or 1,961.
Limited edition of 1961.
Why?
So, it's 40.5 millimeters. And it's 13.43 millimeters thick. It's 200 meter water resistant. It's a lovely.
But it wears bigger as well, Thomas, than what it actually states at the size. I don't know why. It looks bigger on the wrist.
Again, it's a unisex watch. I think you go for the colors. There's all sorts. I mean, I think Megan's bought one, hasn't she, James?
Yeah, she bought it and then only unboxed it recently, but now it's absolutely in love with it.
It's very colorful for sure. I just want to say hello to James, Showcase Watches. What's up, man? My man.
Yes, James. How are you, mate? Everybody should be following him as well on his channel. He's producing some great content at the moment.
Yeah. I put a big shout out. I just finished editing up the first part of the Tudor video, and I've given James a big shout out. I'm going to link his YouTube on the page, and I've linked his actual channel on the page, so it should be fun.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Actually, and if you have insomnia, great channel.
James is like the rest of us, Will, who has insomnia, and he'll pop up on a live stream in the middle of the night, like the rest of us.
I don't know how you guys do it. Hey, I mean, like really, I feel like I generally am up until the early hours of the morning, but you guys can really go until like 3, 4, 5 a.m. Don't even sleep, just freaking stream for days.
Thomas is the Iron Man with that. No matter what time Thomas is on a live stream.
It's a gift. It's a gift.
And James at Showcase Watches is a what do you call it? Like me, a no date sub fan.
Yeah. How can you not be a no date sub fan? It's like
I was thinking Narcolepsy Super Spreader, but sure, we'll go with that.
So
I don't know if you guys know, like if you've looked around at much of the ocean stars. There's one that I quite like.
Wow, that looks like an aqua racer. I just saw a Tag Heuer there in that last one.
I've seen quite a few of the Mitos, Zippo. I like the Zippo. In fact, we've got some Mitos. I like quite a few of the Mito watches. They're great.
I like this one, the titanium.
Yeah, that's quite nice. I like it. I like it a lot. They're a great watch. They really are.
They are.
With a day and a date complication.
That's a really nice looking watch, that Zippo. Yeah.
And the other ones to look at, which I think are comparable to the Mitos, are the Alpinas.
So there are a couple more mesh bracelets, just 2 more mesh bracelet watches that I had on.
I threw one in at the end.
Oh, good.
Oh, I think it's gone because I fucked up.
Don't worry, we've all been there. That's okay. Trust me.
I got everything, everywhere right now.
You want me to send it to you again?
Yeah, please.
Put that in again. Sure. So this is a great value for money watch. This one, £645. This is a Tissot C-Star 1000 coming on a Milanese bracelet.
Another great watch, Thomas. Another great watch.
I mean, the green color, like Bill was saying, green has taken over from blue, and
it has.
It's the color of the moment.
I find it so sad that Tissot has lost that placing in the space, in the industry, in a way. You know, they're not seen. They do sponsor lots of events now, but I mean, they're just not seen as they used to be back in the day.
I think they're making a bit of a comeback, though, ID guy. I think they really are, because they're Swiss and they do produce some great pieces, and they used to as well.
They were the originals back in the day, 1853. I mean, they've been around for a stupid long amount of time.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing happening is a lot of companies like Tissot and Timex, and they're moving back to a micro brand type strategy on a lot larger scale, and getting people back into their watches.
Yeah,
I put 2 links to 2 different pictures, Zippo.
All right, thank you.
In the private chat. Yep.
This is a great watch as well, and this is
it looks lovely. It looks really nice.
Yeah, the Paramatic 80, absolutely.
Yeah,
that is a very nice profile.
Value for money, I think.
I mean, that's really good. The case back looks fantastic too.
What kind of movement again?
I'm not too sure, Clive. I ran out of time.
I think Tissot's an in-house movement, Clive.
Oh, Tissot, okay.
Yeah, isn't it the Powermatic 80 movement in it?
I didn't realize we moved from... Okay. I thought we were still on Mito.
And then there's one last one just after this Zippo that I put in, which I actually own myself, which I thought was a great bargain basement value proposition.
Mesh bracelets. It's amazing.
Yeah, bracelets. There's so many watches out there on mesh bracelets, and they're such a popular bracelet type of bracelet coming out at the moment. I think
because they're so comfortable.
They are absolutely,
and lightweight as well on the wrist.
Can you imagine Rolex deciding to bring out a mesh bracelet on one of their models? What would happen?
Don't laugh. It's possible. It could happen.
You never know.
This is the Ingersoll Regent that I have, which is the chronograph, the quartz chronograph, and for
I have that as well.
For £196, I mean, you can't go wrong. It's come down from £300, and it's to £496. It's a 47 millimeter watch, but it's absolutely brilliant. It's a cracking little watch, and the bracelet feels gorgeous on it, and it's. I mean, for a quartz watch, it's a great grab and go watch with a chronograph on it, and it looks lovely. I think
it's a VK 63, 64. I can never get it right.
I believe so. I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a mega quartz. That particular watch comes in 5 different styles. So it comes in leather, mesh, but it comes in different like black, a blue, a white, and rose gold. It comes in 5 different styles.
That is fantastic.
How you doing, James?
Hi, James. You okay?
Hey guys, how are you doing?
James,
James.
how are
Hey,
you?
James.
His
Yeah, good, thank
description,
you.
Clive's sedative. That is just the best thing I've seen.
Well fisted, James. Well fisted.
Touche.
It's fantastic.
How y'all doing?
We're good. We're
Very
good.
good.
Very well.
See you, my friend. See you.
Oh,
Thomas, we'll have to get Zippo one of these then, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lovely watch.
The movement's also fantastic. Those VK 63s. What is it? 63 or 64? Can someone please clarify?
I think it's 64. I think.
64. Okay.
I'll have to consult with the boss of the company.
Yeah, I mean they're such
She'll
good
have to give
movements.
us the update.
one thing I'm lacking is a decent sports watch.
This is not in the categories that excuse me that you were talking before, but this is a good. Thomas will tell you because he obviously loves his.
Yeah, it's a great watch.
It looks awesome. That's for sure.
Oh, you do love your chronos.
Yep, and a big one. Yep.
So, but I think you've got some chrono coming your way anyway, haven't you, Chris?
I kind of seems like it.
Yeah,
I kind of got a message this morning that was hinting at it.
Yeah, but I think that's a NE88 or something. It's a pretty premium watch.
Yeah.
Blue Shirt's put a nice one in the link next, I think, which is a great little watch.
Jeez, we've really gone. This feels like quite a long show we've been doing. What's it coming up to 3 hours, gents?
Coming up on 3 hours, yeah.
Good lord.
And with no NS something, so that's pretty good.
It's pretty amazing.
One day we're going to actually beat your record ID, guy.
I'm waiting for it.
Look at this Blue Shirt. This is a cracker.
Yeah, I love this watch. I mean, I
this
love
was
White Scene and I love
was on
Airmen.
This was on my last live show. It's awesome. It's to do with the Concorde.
Correct. The SST, the American version of it.
Yeah.
The SST
I love
GMT. If you click on the picture, and then you can cycle through the different pictures, isn't it? I mean, it's an ETA 2892 inside, so it's nothing special, but it's just.
It's got a super compressor.
Yep.
And
I love the orange accent inside.
Yeah, a lot of U.S. pilots in Vietnam actually wore this watch.
Yeah, this is very nice.
Yeah, I've always I always wanted one of the. I mean, I had an Airman, but not this version. But this one is really special with the cushion style case and the mesh bracelet. It's just.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, I feel like the Airman should be an essential for every watch collection. It's one of those pieces that I think everyone should get.
It's a 70s style. It's a 70s style cushion case, isn't it?
Yeah. Correct. Yep.
Oh, you can't. I mean, I love a 70s style cushion case. I mean, I love anything from the 70s. It's just that is a wonderful piece.
Yeah, it looks
lovely. Okay, there's the Concorde on the back. Very cool.
Yeah. So
I like that we're sticking to the theme of mesh bracelets. It's quite impressive.
Yeah,
so many of them.
I think we should do a show where we start throwing into the mix some of our finds as far as bracelets and straps, because I mean, I've got some great suggestions for. I found a great company in Germany for mesh and rice and all of these sort of bracelet options that you can add to dress up your existing collection, which I think is a great idea for the punters because we can't always afford to be buying new watches as much as we'd like to.
Right.
I've got into, and a lot of us are into NATOs. I know Bruce, you're not so much into NATOs, but a lot of us are into NATOs now. Another way of dressing up your watches.
Yeah.
Some people are into straps. Some people are into custom-made straps or leather straps, rally straps. I've got some great options I can pass on through the show with discounts to get you custom-made straps through some of our resources overseas in Indonesia.
Awesome. I just want to interrupt you for a second, James. I just want to welcome back a longtime friend of the channel, Geezer. Welcome back, sir.
Hi, Geezer.
Good to see you again, Geezer.
Geezer. How are you, mate?
And Rosa. Rosa's here too.
Hi, Rosa.
Hey, Rosa.
Love Rosa. She's the best. I found a channel the other day, the Timeless Watch channel. I didn't find that one. I've known about that one for a while. This is a guy who makes straps. I'm trying to find the name of the channel. But he's into watches themselves.
I know the guy you mean. I know the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to find the.
He's on my. Guy. I'm subscribed to his channel. I'll find it for you. He's great.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Somewhere around. Collecting Airman?
Yes, Airman, this one's live.
Yep. Yeah. The SST-12.
Okay, strap a watch. That's the guy.
Well, Glycine.
I'm sorry, Clive.
They were incredibly popular as U.S. pilots. They were incredibly popular at U.S. pilots in Vietnam because no matter how many times they got shot down, the Vietnamese never kept the watches.
Be nice, Clive. Be nice. They're fine watches.
Yeah, I think they're awesome. But I really dig the originals. I think just how cluttered their dials look. I think it's fantastic. You just think to yourself, flying a helicopter, trying to read that thing, 35 millimeters. I mean, talk about a challenge. It's always good to experience challenges in life. I think that's one of them.
And James is on, isn't he still?
Yep, I'm here.
So James, you've been putting out some great content, I see. So what's the plans for some more content? Because we haven't spoken to you on here for a while.
Yeah. I don't honestly know. I'm seriously thinking about shrinking the collection down just to 3 watches, but find it very, very difficult.
Again, are we really going back to the one watch for life thing? And then
I don't think I can go back down to 1 watch, but I think I'm definitely looking to reduce it. I'm definitely looking to. The problem is I'm one of those guys. Sorry, go Clive.
Well, which ones are you going to keep, and which ones are you going to get rid of?
I've always said my core collection, my core 3 would be the Submariner, the GMT, and the Speedmaster. They'd be my core 3.
Okay,
and that's such a solid collection right there.
It is
very solid.
Well, the problem I've had, and I said this to ID Guy, is when I had the Tudor, nothing else was really getting looking because the Tudor was
really a problem. I'm starting to feel it. It's really a problem to wear.
It's too easy to just pick up and go.
It really is.
So none of the...
You've fallen hard for it, ID Guy, huh?
I dig it. Hey? It is such a nice. It's just such a for grab and go watches as far as that goes. It's
which shooter?
Unreal.
And I'll buy
58 blue.
The blue balls.
Okay.
It's really good. It's damn good. The video. I'm giving it so much praise in the video. It's coming out next week. It's nuts. It's really changed my thinking quite a bit as far as an everyday wearer goes. It is just too easy to put on and wear. You don't think about it. It's just on and just does everything. And the timekeeping, it's bloody unreal too.
And it is a problem because if you've got it in the collection and it's that easy to wear, you can wear it day in, day out. You can go to sleep in it. You can shower in it. You can do whatever you want in it.
Yeah.
And and then you realize 5-6 days have passed and none of your other collection have been on your wrist. The Tudor's just occupied all that time. And yeah, it's been really, really nice to have a break without it in the collection.
It's really now it's a problem. It's like a virus in its way. It's a problem because now I have it and it's taken over me, and I'm wearing it right now. It's just a part of the attire.
Who would have known that the Black Bay Blue 58 would be a dangerous watch? It sounds like it's a dangerous watch.
I know, I can't believe it.
I was criticizing this thing left, right, and center, mainly because of the hype and everything around it. But hell, for a blue dial watch, I mean,
That's
James, you have blue eyes, man. I'm pretty sure you have blue eyes. Yeah. I swear, if you have blue eyes, you're screwed if you own this watch. Because it's the color matches perfectly. It's this gray blue color, and it's just it's an issue, real problem.
But that's why after your video, that's why I thought I wanted to send you the watch so that you can try it.
Yeah, you really wrecked me.
Yeah. Well, just return the favor after the 57.
Oh,
I guess our first clue on how dangerous the Black Bay 58 Blue was that it got the rancher who's absolutely hates snowflake hands to purchase one.
Yes.
Yep.
So it must have some kind of magical powers to it.
It's really not something that actually bothers you as much as you think. It is a bit weird. It would be nice to see a snowflake dial on this, but if you think of it as the Mercedes hour hands that you see on Rolex watches, it's a problem. It really is dangerous. I think that's the best way to sum it up. Don't buy one. Do not buy one. You will regret it for the wrong reasons.
All your other watches will hate it?
Yes, pretty much. It's so versatile. It's just a problem.
So Showcase James, are you a fan of mesh bracelets at all?
I am. Yeah, I mean, I think just going on what you're saying about the mesh bracelet and the NATO strap, I think a lot of it, obviously with the Omega releases of the Bond watches, obviously the Spectres on NATO, then the No Time to Die on the mesh. I think that that's been a massive influence because I've seen it all over the social media of Omega, where people have started to put mesh on their just generic Seamasters, and they've everything got put on NATO straps as soon as the movie came out, and everything came out on mesh once the movie. Do you know what I mean? So I think I think it's a big player. It's a big player, but I really like the some of the Breitlings on the mesh.
Yep.
I like the the Superocean. I really like the Superocean on the mesh. But at the moment, I'm loving Jubilee more than anything.
Yep.
Really.
I'm really liking the Jubilee bracelets.
Did anybody influence you on that? By any chance, ID guy? No.
It was all down to my 16750 GMT, my Pepsi GMT. That's got the Jubilee on, and I love the Jubilee. I've since sold that watch because obviously I'm shrinking things down, but since that's gone, I'm really, really missing a Jubilee.
So I like the look of a Jubilee, but I don't like wearing a Jubilee. I prefer the Oyster.
It's interesting. Yeah.
So it's all personal preference, but I've found this company in Germany that make outstanding mesh bracelets or shark mesh bracelets, and I've tried that on a Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually looks good and wears really well. Surprisingly.
I'm in such a weird space at the moment with this bloody Tudor, James. I can't tell you.
Yeah, I know. This is the problem because I'm listening to two guys that I respect tremendously in the watch world, and I'm like, I'm so not into the Tudors at all.
I know. And it's just like, what do you want? It's a super homage to a Rolex watch. You're like, I mean, what? And then you wear it, and you're like, oh, it's really good.
The thing is, it was on July 1st when the watch first came out. I was invited in to do a review of the watch by my local AD, and I had no. I owned the Black Bay 58. The original, and it just wasn't for me. I just didn't like the watch. I owned it for all of 2 weeks, and then when my AD gave me a call and said, "Do you want to come in and have a look at this watch and do a review of it?" I said, "Yeah, great, thanks." I went in, not even considering purchasing the watch, and I left buying the watch, and that was just and that was just after reviewing it.
Yeah,
so
I get it. I understand. It's a problem. I'll change my avatar to the watch if I can somehow, just so if we want to have a look. Oh, you're already doing it. Thanks,
There
making
we
it even
go.
worse for us.
Good job, Zippo.
Just like to say a quick hello to Tennessee Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hello,
Hey, Mike.
Tennessee Mike.
Hey.
Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by, Mike.
It's such a weird conundrum to be in because I'm wearing this over the Rolex Explorer that I'm loaning. This watch is just it's a problem.
Have you tried it on? Have you tried switching it out for a NATO yet?
NATO, yes, grey NATO. It's
Yeah.
superb. It really works extremely well.
Yeah.
You wore it, James. You
So
wore it on
we-
NATO on yours.
Yeah, so I've worn it. I've got a blue NATO, I've got a grey NATO, and obviously the bracelet. The only thing I haven't tried it on, and I'm thinking if what I'd like to do is keep the watch and get a soft touch leather. You know the soft touch that they do. I think that's beautiful.
That would look really nice.
What color?
It's blue. So the soft. If you keep on scrolling down on the Google images, you'll probably find the soft touch on there somewhere. It is just beautiful.
It's so, but I mean, pictures don't do it justice. Yeah. Sorry.
There it is.
Can
there
we expect to see a tudor blue in your collection then, ID guy?
Yes, I mean this is one of the top contenders for sure. And
Oh
it's
my
considering
goodness.
it's considering everything. It's considering price. It's considering in-house. The build quality is freaking phenomenal. The size is also superb. It's not too big or small. It's very practical. This is such a good. It's the tool watch we deserve. That's how I close off the video. Basically, it really does feel like.
Did you ever see a blue watch in your collection prior to James sending you this watch?
I've had a few, but nothing. This is not the same kind of blue that you would expect.
Wow.
It's not a royal blue. It's grey blue. It's difficult. I think that picture probably captures it the best. That Zippo's about to click on.
ID guy, you've fallen hard for this watch.
It's damn good. Really, I'm super impressed. The most impressed
For
I've been
those
for a
of
long
you
time.
who know ID guy, when he falls hard.
This has been a difficult week. That's all I can say.
Well,
Sorry, let me ID guy.
Here we go.
ID guy. Who was right about
Yes.
this watch?
Wait for it.
Who was right about this watch?
I don't know.
Okay,
Bark and Jack.
Whatever.
I have no idea.
Oh my
I thought you were
God.
gonna play. I thought you were gonna play the soundboard or something.
No.
No, Adrian doesn't like this watch, does he? I don't think he's that favourable on this watch.
Well, I think it's blue.
I don't think Adrian likes many watches unless it's got a Rolex symbol on it, does he?
Yeah. He likes the black version, I think, black with the gilt dial.
Yeah.
I mean, in one way, what the only downside to this piece is, you can probably see it in the picture, that it is it's so sterile. It's very plain. And it just takes a little bit of sunlight to suddenly liven it up like crazy.
Yeah.
It's very casual. So it's been difficult. It's one of the, next to the Seamaster, the 57. I know you must feel the same way, James. It's just, as a 2-watch set, it is...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a problem.
I mean, realistically, it's another alternative to a sub. It's a tool watch, and
Right.
it doesn't need to be any more than what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I put out a whole load of videos talking about the hype factor, and it's huge. I mean, you know how hyped up these watches were when they were brought out. But you disregard that. Take that all aside. Don't even think about the brand name. Just think of it as a daily wearing watch, and it's hard to beat. It really is. There's some excellent points. There are a few aspects that you want to change, I'd say, but overall, it's good.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to your video on it.
I'm going to do a few.
Definitely.
Cool. So why don't we start to wrap this up? I mean, we're already at the 3-hour mark.
We don't want to get near territory of marathon man here. Yeah.
Right. We don't want to break any ID guy records. So
what is my record? I don't even know.
Did you go 5 hours once?
4 hours.
No, it was 4. It was 4. It was 4. That's the worst. That damn Phillips auction. That was a freaking monster. That was the worst.
Isn't it? There's a, what do you call it? Knightsbridge auction going at the moment.
Really? Don't do that to me. Does that mean I have to cover that now?
Yeah, you need to do that.
I I'd love to.
Thomas
I love their catalogs.
Thomas and I have been putting some bids in for you. We've registered you and put some bids in for
fantastic.
No, the record.
That's the Nixon payback.
Oh, am I ever going to get?
To watch the record, I want to see broken is Austin Daniels. That's got to be like 3.5 liters easy.
Yeah, that was kind of like the Squale episode, but on my side,
No, we're going to have to see some really high alcohol content Scotch, I think.
So speaking of that, that's what I've been putting a bit of money into that recently. Just thought, what the hell, you only live once, so yeah, I've been trying all the Glens here, which is great.
Very nice.
And then we're going to have to drop some Squally watches on him.
I must say that repeating the name of it has helped me so much. It doesn't affect me as much anymore. Still makes me giggle.
Well, that's good to know.
See the color differences.
Yes, between the Pelagos. Yep.
In some things, Pelagos is this royal, more like a royal blue, where this is gray. I mean, it looks so plain there in that photo. It doesn't even look like anything special. It's so weird.
Have you measured the? I've never got around to actually measuring the exact. I know it's 39 mil. But...
Let's have a look. I've got a plastic ruler right here. I can actually check it out. Wow, it's not 39. It's like 38 and a half.
Really?
That's amazing. Yeah, it's like 38 and a half mils.
That really surprises me because I thought it was going to be over 39. That really surprises me.
And lug to lug, wow, it looks like 47 and a half. No, 48. 48 on the nose.
Wow.
Yes, so don't forget, everyone, if you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be brilliant. That'd be great if you could give us a thumbs up.
If you guys can, that would be awesome. I want to
thank that looks so cool. Does anyone know what that is? I was taken by surprise with this. Looks like a torture tool.
Looks like Edward Scissorhands.
It does.
What is that?
Golden ratio caliper.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I don't know what the exact proportions are. It's 1 to
1.151.
Is that it? Okay. Nice. Good to know.
How many numbers of pi can you rattle off, Clive?
Apple, cherry.
Pecan. I got it all.
So I just want to thank everybody that's participated in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everybody on the panel.
Bill Sanders.
Yeah, a bit earlier we had Dr. Bill Sanders. Showcase, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's been a great
Ranter, as always. ID Guy, James Arthur, as always. Thank you all so much for participating and joining us.
Yeah.
It makes for a very special show.
Great show.
And we have to thank the man at the controls, Flippin' Zippo, who made this all possible.
And I want to personally thank the hosts for actually being able to articulate and run the show smoothly. With a few hiccups, but that's what we always do. That's what makes them more entertaining. Thomas for the research. I mean, hell, I don't know how you do it, man, but you are the marathon man of these shows.
Yes.
You're the legend, Thomas.
Wow, try.
And Zippo's the best looking guy on the show because he's the only guy we see.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We can make a statue of him, like for some kind of mascot for a show. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Would be cool.
So,
and of course, Blue Shirt's the class act gentleman of the show because he's the most mature one amongst us.
I'm still waiting in those bushes, but I'm glad you finally scratched the thing. Now I can go home in peace.
There you go.
I've got the MI5 team ready to go.
God, no, it's funny.
Please join us every Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern. That's 7 p.m.
7 p.m. GMT or
GMT.
6 p.m. GMT today because
it was.
Yeah. But we'll work it out. As long as you subscribe, try and subscribe, everyone, and you'll get the notification. That'd be great.
Yes. Tell your friends.
Tell your funky friends.
Even if you love them or hate them, tell them anyway.
Exactly. Just tell them.
Oh, that makes me laugh. I don't know how I stumbled onto that, but I canned myself when I heard that closing line once.
Thank you, everybody. We really
Thanks a lot,
appreciate it.
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
All being here.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers, ladies and gents.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.